Alright, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. New viewers, how you doing? Older viewers, I hope you've had a good day. Good week. Who am I kidding? Life is hard for everyone right now. Alright. Let's go ahead and get into the game, shall we? Let me click the log bin button and hit my hotkey to switch screens here. Alright, hello again. If you're new to the channel, my name is PsychoMax. We're playing some Warframe. This is the Warframe free-to-play through 100% walkthrough. So, again, I do this at the beginning of every one of these. I'm going to do this at the beginning of every one of these. So, yeah, this is a comprehensive walkthrough, start to finish, of Warframe, kind of giving new players a visual aid that they can use to hopefully help in their own journeys to get from the start of the game to the end in a way that's hopefully easy to understand and comprehend all the various systems, because we are doing them step by step as we unlock them, talking about them, showing how they're done, and then going from there. Again, my name is PsychoMax. I've been playing Warframe for over 11 years. I've been playing since February of 2014. I have nearly 10,000 hours on Steam in this game, and it's my hope that I can impart my knowledge to a broad audience of new players so that we can inject some much-deserved lifeblood into the game so that it continues to stay around for many more years to come. Because a lot of people try Warframe and then quit really, really quickly because they get way too confused way too easily, and I'm hoping to fix that.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grenier.
So, if you were not here for the last stream, I highly recommend going and watching all of the VODs. Every piece of this walkthrough is up on my YouTube channel that you'll find linked below the stream on Twitch. I'll upload everything over to there. I've also been uploading little shorts from the streams as well to kind of give people highlights and hopefully to attract more viewers. So give that a look, and if you're already over there, you're watching this as a VOD, consider coming over to Twitch and watching live and keeping me company, because sometimes this can get pretty boring. And I have a tendency to just ramble incoherently when I have no one to talk to, so yeah, come chat with me. It would be fun to have someone to talk to. But yeah, you'll find links to both. You'll find links to my YouTube below the Twitch stream. You'll find links to my Twitch below the stream VODs in the description on YouTube. I would love to see you guys. Now, if you are not going to go watch all of those, or you have and you are here keeping up with it, last stream, which was just 24 hours ago, roughly, is when we finished the last stream. We are doing some pretty good progress in our star chart. No, we're not on Phobos. I was running missions. I believe I did a nightmare mission over here. I don't know. But we do have that entire branch opened up, so we have the Void over here. Yesterday in the stream, we finished all of the missions on Ceres. I believe it was Ceres that we finished. Yeah, we finished Ceres. Opened all those up. We've got our nightmare mission now available that we can go and do a few of those, which is probably what we're going to focus on today. I don't have a lot of time today to stream, so we're probably just going to do some filler content, things that need to be done, but so they are important, but I don't have a whole lot of new systems or new gameplay stuff to really talk about today because my time is short and I tend to ramble, as I previously said, and I'm already doing it, so... So yeah, we finished Ceres. We also finished all of the nodes on Deimos. Did the boss fights here. I still need to farm these for their various parts. The boss here on Magnesidium, Lephantis, he drops the parts for the Warframe Necros. So I haven't had a chance to do that yet. And then over here on Exequius is the Zealoid Prelate. And he drops the parts for an infested glaive weapon called the Path Assist, which is a fairly decent weapon, but I don't know. Still don't think that the farm to get it is worth it, but we're going to get it anyways because I want to collect everything from, you know, just basic star chart farming stuff, because it's really easy mastery to just go and get. So yeah, we finished all of that, and we've got most of Jupiter unlocked. Now, we still have a couple of missions to run here on Jupiter. We're probably going to finish these Callisto, Sinai, and Chimeria. Sadly, though, that's going to be the end of our journey for Jupiter, because Ganymede we cannot unlock until we get to Uranus and do the quest Nata. So hopefully that will happen sometime this week. I will also be streaming again tomorrow, so maybe we'll get to Uranus tomorrow. Depends. I don't know, because first, before we do that, we have to go over and unlock everything on Europa and finish the Void here, and then from there we're going to go from Jupiter down to Saturn, and we have to unlock all of Saturn and finish the Uranus junction here on Saturn. So we're definitely not going to be doing all of that tonight. We might unlock a couple of missions. Again, we're going to finish these 3 on Jupiter, and I might get a few on Europa. But before we do that, we're going to go run nightmare missions again to try and get our hands on some new and valuable nightmare mods. For anybody, again, who doesn't know, nightmare missions are these little red dots on the map that pop up. They cycle every 8 hours, and they're slightly higher level with a little bit of a catch to them. So like this one, it's a mobile defense. Normal mission type is 8 to 10. This one is 18 to 20. And when you run the shields, we're on the mission, you're not going to have any shields. That's a nightmare mission, and you can only open the nightmare mission for play once you've completed every other node on a planet, which is kind of why I've been a little bit focused on trying to get all of the nodes on every planet unlocked. Oh, goody. Jackal Assassination Energy Drain. That's just lovely. And by lovely, I mean that's gonna suck so bad. But yeah, so I've been pushing a really hard focus on getting these nightmare missions unlocked, getting every node on the star map unlocked, because the ultimate goal here is to kind of try and save us some time later down the road, when we get to like the end of the list, in all of the map nodes and stuff, because you need to unlock every single solitary mission on this chart, as you can see it here, and there are even a few that are hidden that you have to unlock before you can get to the end game path, which is called the Steel Path, for anybody who doesn't know. And then what it does is the Steel Path takes every one of these missions and increases their base level by 100, and gives all of the enemies bonus health, bonus damage, and but it also does things like it increases your experience gain. So if you have like weapons and stuff to level, this will greatly increase the affinity gain for killing enemies. It also increases your chances of getting loot drops, mods, that sort of thing. All of that gets an increased drop chance. Yeah, and then there's also a special currency that you can farm called Steel Essence, which gets you some really cool end game stuff as well. But the only way to unlock that is to do every node in the star chart, and we need to do all the nodes anyways, because some of the mods that we need to put together mod builds that will be capable of running Steel Path are in these nightmare missions. So it's really in your best interest, when you're running these missions, when you're trying to open your map, to just do all of one planet that you can at one time before you move on to the next one. And that's what we've been doing, and that's why we've been doing it. And then, of course, you start your day every day by going in, you run your nightmare missions, you find out what weekly special things you need to do, like Maru's weekly treasure hunt. We haven't done yet this week, so that's something we can do tonight, just to kind of get it out of the way. Also, in your weeklies is your Nightwave stuff, which I still have to finish
for one
this
lucky dream.
Nightwave
Who's it gonna be?
objective. We started this one in the last stream, did an isolation vault, and got a necromech kill, and it went far easier than I ever expected. That's a moment that I really should clip and turn into a YouTube short, is me killing that necromech in literally like 2 hits. I don't know how I killed it in 2 hits. I literally don't, because normally those things take, if you don't have like your own necromech that you can go in there and just obliterate it with firepower, they take a long time to fight. And I don't understand exactly how it is I managed to hit it in 2 hits and kill it. But I did, and there's video evidence. So, yeah, I should clip that and put it on YouTube as a short. So I think I will. Oh, pardon me, taking a drink of water. I've got a nice big liter bottle of water with me tonight, so hopefully I can keep the vocal cords nice and moist, and I don't have to worry about doing a whole bunch of coughing, and I don't have to worry about going hoarse, provided I remember to drink. So yeah, anyways, this is another weekly thing that we should be focusing on, and if I can finish this one, then we'll get to the next level, which will give us a fun fur pattern that we can put on Bomber, our pet Kubro, which might be nice. And of course, it'll get us one step closer to some more Nightwave creds. I really need some more Nightwave creds. Mainly because I need 2 of these, but also because I need to buy all 3 of these. Thankfully, these items don't ever leave. You can see the timer down here. Every week, these rewards rotate and change out and give you something different. But these top ones here, these 5 across the top, and these 3 here as well, they never change. They're always here. The rest of these, though, they swap out every week and give you new stuff. And unfortunately, the last bit of creds I had that I probably should have used buying those Vauban parts were honestly, I don't remember how many I had. But instead of that, I went here and I bought some necessary mods, specifically aura mods. And there's a few more aura mods in here I'd really like to get my hands on too. Like Deadeye. Deadeye is decent if you're going to be running a sniper build. So I keep talking about Ivara in my videos. Ivara is a great Warframe. She's a stealth Warframe, and she is perfect to be used as a sniper build because she goes completely invisible. She stays that way as long as she has energy. And there's even a mod you can put on your sniper rifle that says if you kill enemies with a headshot, it regenerates your energy. It's great. It's absolutely fantastic. She is like the perfect sniper frame, and that aura mod would be really good on her. But we are still a long ways off from actually gaining Ivara, so not immediately important. The Gorgon. We actually just finished leveling the Gorgon. 90% magazine capacity and 90% ammo maximum. Inflicting 20 cumulative attacks on an enemy will petrify them, meaning turn them to stone. How interesting. It's too bad that gun is really bad, so it's really not worth it. Now this one, on the other hand, if 5 pellets are headshots, increase reload speed by 120% for 3 seconds. Okay, that has some potential. It doesn't have my favorite little symbol right here though, because that's where that would be the most useful. And I don't mean this symbol. I mean this symbol. Oh, like the one down here. Really? You're gonna go away? Whatever. Okay. At the top in the middle, you see those 2 little arrows by a circle? Yeah. This is a very special type of mod. It's called an Exilus mod. It goes in a very specific mod slot on your gun, and that's where this would be most effective. Because otherwise, I have to pull other things out of my build that give me just damage on this shotgun to put in reload speed that, although it's nice, there are better reload speed shotgun mods. Just to show you what I'm talking about, in case, again, with brand new viewers, if you've never seen this before, don't know what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and point it out for you. This over here. On every weapon, you will have this. It's called an Exilis Exilis mod slot. And all of the weapons that have that little symbol have it right in the middle of the middle top of their picture. And it's for this spot is very commonly ignored by by some late game players. I don't personally ignore it because I'm weird in thinking that my mod build is not complete unless every mod slot is full. But some people ignore it, and it's perfectly fine to ignore it because these are just basic utility items. Like this one giving you bonus ammo maximum. This one gives you zoom on your gun. Oh boy, real winner there. But there are other ones that are actually really good. Like there are some that give you what's called ammo mutation. So the game has multiple different types of ammo. You've got primary ammo, shotgun ammo, sniper ammo, things of that nature. Ammo mutation allows you to take all of those and then convert them in some small way into the ammo for whatever gun you're holding. That's an Exilis mod. It's really valuable. Also, if you have a really noisy gun and say, again, you want to run like a stealthy build because you're running a Warframe that goes invisible, there are silencer mods that will take your noise level on your gun, which is not actually here in the stats unless you use one of those mods most of the time. Yep. Nope, nothing here about noise level. Most of your weapons make a lot of noise, but the silencer mods allow you to make them silent, and which makes them fantastic for invisible Warframes. So yeah, that's an Exilis mod as well. One that's very valuable, very useful. So yeah, that's Exilis mods. We don't have a lot of Exilis mods yet, as you can see.
Well put together, operator.
I had
now get out there
2.
and cut down.
These are just copies of this one,
And make
so
the
yeah,
Lotus
I have
proud.
2. 2 Exilis mods for your primary weapons. For secondary weapons, I have 2. Oh, there we go. There's a good example. Suppress. Reduces the chance of an enemy that will hear gunfire by 25%, and if I was to rank that all the way up to full, it's 100%. I tend to put this on quite a few guns, especially ones that don't really need like the ammo mutation because their ammo efficiency already is really good. Yeah, or don't need any other real utility that you can get, like ammo maximum, because they've got a decent amount and ammo drops are fairly high, so you don't really need to worry about, maximum ammo, things of that nature. When there's nothing else that really fits on that spot, then I default to the suppressor mod and make all my guns silent, just because then I can run them with just about any Warframe, including my stealth ones. So yeah. Your melee weapons also have an Exilis slot, but it's not available right now, surprisingly. It does not appear. Typically when it does appear, this mod, which is your stance mod or aura for melee weapons, another unique type of mod. I've gone over this before. Should I go over it again? Why not? I don't have a lot of time tonight. Okay, so again, to reiterate from past, if you've heard this spiel already, I'm sorry. But for anybody who's brand new, doesn't understand Warframe, and you're like, I just found this guy, he's live now. What are you talking about? So, when you go to put modifiers, which is what these are called mods. They're cards. We call them mods, but they're modifiers. They add different things to your gun. When you go to put them on a weapon, they have this number in the corner. That is called the drain on the mod. The drain is the cost in mod capacity that it requires to actually equip this mod to your thing. Base capacity is 1 point per level on a weapon. All weapons in the game go to max rank of 30, with a few minor exceptions that go to 40. We'll talk about them later. So all of them have a base of 30. Now the reason I have 64 on here is you can see the 4 here. That's where I'm getting the +4, is every one of these mods. They're called stance mods. These ones are melee weapon aura mods. Aura mods typically are this. You see the difference in the symbol? These are aura mods. You put these ones on Warframes, they have the exact same effect. Instead of taking away points, like most of your other mods do, aura mods and stance mods give you points. They give you more standing. And if this was paired with a proper polarity up here, which is what the little symbol next to the number is, it's called a polarity. Each one has a name down here: Maturai, Vazarin, Naramon, Zeneric. Nobody ever uses those names. This one's a V polarity, that's a D polarity, this is a dash polarity, and that one is, I call it a double dash. Because I don't know what the community as a whole actually calls that one, so I just call it the double dash, because that's what it looks like, is 2 dashes. So that's what those are. And when you take a mod that has the right polarity and you put it in a slot on the weapon, like if I take this off of here, you can see there's a symbol in the mod space. That's a polarity. That's what the little symbol's for. And if you match them together, then it takes that cost of that mod and it cuts it in half based on 2s. So if this mod was a 10, it would still drop it to only 5. If that was an 8, then this would drop only down to 4. So it does it in half based on 2s. So for every 2 points, it gives you 1 back. So that's why it drops from 9 to 5. So like this one, if I was to put that in there, it would consider it as a 12, and it would drop this overall down to a 6, and it would refund me the additional 5 points. Meaning I would be able to then put higher level mods in my build, because I would have more capacity. So yeah, aura mods, stance mods, they give you more points, and the reason I have 64 on here is because of another utility called an Orokin Catalyst. There's also a gold one that you put on Warframes called an Orokin Reactor, and when you put this in here, it doubles your base mod capacity from 30 to 60. And then the extra 4 points is coming from my stance mod. So, yeah. Okay, yeah. Welcome back to modding. I haven't gone over any real in-depth, like super duper in-depth modding as far as like builds are concerned, because at the stage we are in the game right now, only having about half the star chart unlocked. Our current mastery rank is only 6. We're almost about halfway to 7. We don't have a whole ton of stuff unlocked yet. So still very, very young as far as our account life goes. And at this stage, we don't need a significantly complex mod build in order to stay alive. So my current Warframe build is this. This is all I have. I do not have any potato. You can see it's called a Orokin Reactor. They're called potatoes, by the way. The short form is we call them potatoes. But when you are talking about Warframe to other players and you reference a potato, this is what we're talking about. And you can just say like Warframe potato or weapon potato, and we'll know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, I do not have one in Rhino right now, but I do have a stance mod, which is why, and that stance mod, as you can see, it's got, this is called a universal polarity, meaning it can support any mod. Now this is giving me 14 points, so let me do this, and I can show you, if we pull that out, my base capacity is 30. So when I put this in there, and because this is a universal polarity. This is, as far as I know right now, this is the only mod in the game that has a universal polarity. And we got this as a reward just for, well, opening our star chart. I believe I got this at the end of, I think it was the Venus Junction. I don't know if that's still the same. I hope it is, because this is a really, really good starter aura mod to give to new players so that they can start playing with mods and stuff. But yeah, as far as I know right now, this is the only mod in the game that has a universal polarity. Now, there is a way to put that polarity on your Warframe here in these spots here. And that's a fairly new addition to the game, is that you can now add that universal polarity to the polarity slots here in your Warframe build. And then once that is there, you can take any mod with any polarity and you can put it into that slot with that circle on it, and it will give you the positive bonus. In this case, it's doubling my mods. Hey, just got a new follower. Thank you. Welcome. I appreciate the follow. Oh, that was a subscriber over on YouTube. Kevin Lee on YouTube. Thank you for the subscription, man. I really appreciate it. I know you may or may not be seeing this right now, but if you catch the VOD later, thank you. I really appreciate that. I love getting new people to the channel because it means I'm doing something right. It means I'm doing my job properly. So yeah, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Anyways, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Right, mod player. I think I pretty much said all I needed to say. I was talking about the new universal polarity a little bit, but yeah, you can now put the new universal polarity on anything once you actually get your Warframe or weapons up to the point of being able to put Forma on your build. Forma here, this is a resource that you use to put new polarities on your Warframe so that you can get some of your mod capacity back and then subsequently put more mods on your build. Yeah, the downside to Forma is that when you put it in there, it resets your Warframe or your weapon, their max rank. It resets it to 0, and you have to rank it back up again because you can only put Forma in a max rank item. So every time you put a Forma in, it resets it to 0, and you have to level it up again. But again, new to the thing is this one here. It's called the Omni Forma, and that Forma there, the blueprints are pretty rare, but not impossible to farm. And that one, if you use that one will give you the universal polarity here that you can go ahead and put in any slot, and then you can put literally any mod you want into that polarity slot with one mod exception. But again, that's later, not to worry about right now. I will talk about it when we actually get those mods. There's one exception to that rule. And basically that exception is when we get those mods and we talk about that exception, if you put that particular mod into this slot with the Omni polarity on it, it does nothing. It's no different than these ones here that are sitting here with no polarity in their slots at all. It just, that mod stays at its normal cost, which is unfortunate, but I understand. I don't really like it. I don't agree with it, but I understand. And yeah, though there's literally only 3 mods in the game. They all have the same polarity attached to them. We get them for free. But they are late game mods, and well, not super late. But we're definitely not going to get them anytime soon. Especially not with the way that I'm doing this walkthrough. Alright, I think I have rambled on long enough. I had some stuff in here building. Got the Forma going. Oh, we should go to our dojo. Because the time limits should be up, and we should be ready to construct something new. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys I was able... Let's see, Mag is finished. We can go ahead and get her building. I did manage to get the last of the parts for the miter. I've got a lot of credits as a result, because oh my god, one of the parts of the miter just refused to drop for me, and I had to spend probably a good 3 to 4 hours farming the same boss fight over and over for the one part to finally drop. And between the mission credits that I got, and then I went and I sold all the extra miter parts as well as all the extra frost parts, because they both dropped from the same mission. I sold all of those. I had 500,000 credits at the end, which was nice, because then I went through the marketplace and I bought every Warframe blueprint that you can buy for credits, so that they are just here in the foundry waiting for their parts to be built. So it's kind of nice, but very, very long, very tedious. Oh yeah, I also managed to get the rest of Valkyr from Jupiter, but we need a few more plastids so that I can build this part, and I don't want to start the other two until we can do all three, to try and kind of mitigate the time management thing, because each of these is going to take 12 hours, and if I stagger them, then I'm stuck waiting for this one to get done while these others are finished. And I'd rather they all three just be built at the same time so that they can be finished at the same time, so that the moment that 12-hour timer's up for one, it's up for all three, and we can immediately start Valkyr on her 3-day timer. Ugh. Big problem with that. Still wish they would do something about those timers and reduce them at least a little bit. Maybe by half? I don't know. So yeah, I've done a lot of stuff recently. Still got more to do. But I think we're going to start with, we're going to go to our dojo and see what we can build in there. Because it's been over 24 hours since I started the last project. So we should go check on that. And then afterwards, we're probably going to run some nightmare missions, probably do a couple more necromech vaults or isolation vaults on Deimos to finish that one Nightwave objective. And then we'll play by ear from there, because again, I don't have a lot of time tonight, only about 4 hours maximum, and we've already been going for 30 minutes, and I've been just sitting here running my mouth. I apologize. Again, I tend to ramble, especially when I've got no one to talk to, but it's okay if you're in here and you're lurking and you don't really want to chat. That's great. That's fine. I love lurkers. I myself am a very avid and frequent Twitch lurker. I will go in and just watch streams and not say anything, so yeah, all lurkers are welcome in my chat as well. I love to have you. A view's a view. So let's go ahead and hop into our dojo and see what we can do. So we're trying to build, again, what I'm doing with my dojo is I'm trying to build, to start, a sub-basement, basically, where I'm going to put a lattice of just infinite cross-connecting hallways, and in those cross-connecting hallways we're going to put all of our reactor rooms that we'll ever need to build things up above this room. This is going to be kind of like a central area, and then on the other side we're going to build an elevator that goes up, and then we're going to build all of our halls and research labs above this level. So in the last one I had to destroy the other elevator because unfortunately it used all of my energy capacity here in the dojo. And then we came down here, and yeah, I was not able to start the first cross connector because unfortunately we didn't have the capacity. Really annoying. Really annoying. So yeah, we're gonna build this cross connector here, and then probably because we have such limited energy right now, I'm gonna build a reactor on this left branch. I don't know why I'm doing the left. It's just I'm right-handed, so everything starts on the right for some reason. But we're going to build a cross connector here, a reactor on the left, second cross connector on the right over here, and then once it's done, the bottom arm on that second one will build another reactor here. Then we'll delete this reactor, build another cross connector, and do the same thing on the other side. And then this branch here, once we have enough energy, is going to be our oracle room that we need to build all of our labs, which is this room here. Because it's an out-of-sight, out-of-mind kind of room. Once you build it, you never need to see it again. There's really no purpose in visiting it other than the occasional, ooh, shiny. I really wish the oracle had more of a function to it than just a simple, you need to have this if you want your research labs. It's kind of silly. So, alright, we should have... Now that I've destroyed the other elevator, we should have, yep, enough energy to build this cross connector here. And I have all the materials to go ahead and get it started. So we're just going to hit contribute all. And there we go. And now I've got another 20... Oh, this is only 12 hours. Ooh. Sadly, still not going to be able to do anything with that tonight. But that does mean we might be able to do it when I stream again tomorrow. Rather than having to wait probably a week to do anything else. Because again, rules and restrictions for this account when it comes to the dojo, I am not building any new rooms on the dojo unless I'm streaming. That way the people watching can feel like they're a part of the process. Feel a little bit more connected. Now, I will go offline and do all the farming for all the resources to get the build started.
Ordis is pleased to
But
see
I will not start... I will not add a new room to the thing unless we are live. Same with our star chart progression. I don't do any blue nodes on the star chart unless we're live. So when I'm offline, that's when I go and I do all my resource farming that I need to do, and I work on leveling weapons. I work on buying weapon blueprints with all the credits I amass, and then farming the resources to get them built so that we can work on our mastery rank a bit. And this is how you're supposed to play Warframe. Alright, so that is done. Now let's move on to our next task. Where to start? I think I want to start on... Ooh. Do I want to start on Mercury? We don't have a lot of nightmare missions available right now. We've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Phobos. That's 5. Ceres is 6. And does Deimos have one? It should have one. It did once upon a time. But apparently it doesn't have one now. Oh! I just realized I know why we don't have one yet. Another thing I've said before on stream, so I'll say it again. There are more missions on Deimos we haven't discovered yet. There's going to be a branch eventually from the Necrolisk that comes over here to another thing, and then there's a whole bunch of spiderwebbing things here with more missions. So until we finish all of those, no nightmare mission for Deimos.
Doing everything
Hello.
wrong.
learning how to live.
Sorry about that. My new soon-to-be daughter-in-law is making dinner, and she came to ask my opinion about something regarding dinner. I was not planning on having dinner, so I'm really, I don't know. It's heartwarming that she felt like she wanted to include me. I like that. It's very nice. I forgot we have all these quests that we gotta do. I don't know if we're gonna get to any of these tonight. The new Strange is fairly short. So is the Limbo Theorem, honestly. But again, no guarantee. The Limbo Theorem. Okay, the Limbo Theorem has a mission in it that is Arcwing and Interception. And believe it or not, in my opinion, It's the easiest interception mission in the whole game. But it's still interception, so it's still a headache. So, anyways, I got completely off track. What are we doing? Right, I was gonna do some nightmare missions because tonight is a short stream, so we're probably just gonna do some stuff we've already done before, just because it needs to be done. Nightmare sabotage, energy drain, and low gravity. It's not super high in level, so I probably don't have to worry about the energy drain quite so much with this one. God, I can't stand energy drain mode, and yet it seems to be like the game's favorite thing to put in these nightmare missions. It's such a pain. But I'm pretty sure I can do it without too much headache.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system.
Melee.
Start by
Love my
removing
melee. Ooh,
the
hey!
cells.
I've got just enough starting
My intel
energy.
suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the
Yeah, you
area,
see how fast
but
that's
I'm
going
unable
down?
to pinpoint their exact location. Search them
I'm
out if you are willing
amazed
to
I was
shoulder
able
the
to
added
get
risk.
any abilities off at all because of how fast that goes down. And typically in these missions, not only does your energy drain really fast, but it also reduces the drop chances of energy orbs, so that it's really hard to use your Warframe powers. But even if you have mods that give you energy generation, and you can get your energy generation up almost as high as the drain is, but then it just kind of negates the drain, but it still drains. It just makes it slower. But even slower, it's not good enough. Alright. We're doing okay. Let's just do this mission fast. I think we'll try and just kind of fly through all these nightmare missions, because all of them are missions that we've done before. They're just a slightly harder variant. So, there's nothing really to explain. And there's, aside from the mod that you get at the end of the mission for completing it, there's no new resources for doing these. So it's not even worth sticking around in here to farm. Your best bet with nightmare missions is just to get in and get them done as fast as you can. Oh! Okay. Well, we'll kill you quick and in a hurry. Okay. Down. I still have my iron skin. Yep.
Security has locked down
We'll just run
coolant
through and
cells.
destroy that.
We have no choice but to destroy them. Coolant cell destroyed.
Same thing here.
Security measures have locked the coolant cells in place.
But now they've locked the door
Destroy them.
behind us.
The reactor is
So.
going into stasis. Now is
Not
your
hard.
chance to complete this
Just gotta
sabotage.
come out here.
Use whatever you can to
We're
make
good.
sure it never works again. Coolant cell destroyed.
Alright, now we'll pick up the heat cell, put it back in, jump up here,
Fuel cell
jump
reinserted.
up here.
When the reactor is restarted, this
A
will
little
trigger
too
a
high.
meltdown.
That's that anti-gravity mode. Hack the terminal.
Destroy the fuel injectors.
Now let's see if we can use that anti-gravity to our advantage by up and down. Damn it, not enough range. Okay. They're all destroyed.
A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
Yeah, we literally just did one of these yesterday. So, there's nothing to really explain. It's a Grineer map, Grineer ship. It's being overrun by the infested. That's about all that's new, is the infestation. Which is another reason why we're blowing it up. Because it's covered in infestation. Ooh, one of the heavy ones. Okay. There we go. Didn't think I'd be seeing one of those again so soon. That was the highest possible level Grineer Cypher hack. Oh, and Bomber is down. But he will be fine, because your companions no longer die. It's amazing to think that there are actually new players in the game whose accounts are young enough that they don't realize that, like, just a year ago, your companions could die. But they reworked them recently. Again, only about a year ago. And now you can pick them up. They don't ever die. They just stay down like that until they self-recover, or you pick them up yourself.
Another job well executed.
Another copy of Ice Storm. I think that's like number 4. Mercury seems to love giving me this mod. This one or Chilling Reload, which is basically the same mod, but for a different weapon. Well, this one gives you magazine capacity and cold for pistols. Chilling Reload is cold damage and reload speed for shotguns. Okay. Moving on to the next nightmare mission. Linnea, a rescue. Oh, thank God. It was Fossa. Oh, I think I'd rather do the... Wow, I lucked out. These just reset. Again, these roll over every 8 hours. So if you've done them all, every 8 hours they come back.
This is a rescue mission. We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them.
Nice. Was able to get just enough energy again to get my iron skin on.
Find the captain as soon as you can. We don't have much time.
Where's this gonna take me? Looks like down here. Wow. I did not kill them in a single hit. Amazing. And I've even got my arcane active. Alright, let's just open this door. This I don't think is the prison yet. There it is. There's the prison. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off the alarms so that we are left alone by our incoming company. They're now going to go away and go find something else to do. And we're going to come in here, open this door, and
there's a heavy unit approaching.
Try
You are
to
approaching the
rescue
holding
our prisoner.
area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Okay, there's him. I
Bypass
saw
complete. You may proceed.
another one. There. Oh, hello. Who just shot at me? Who just shot at me? Where? I don't see him.
The hostage is almost out of
Ah,
time.
crap.
Hurry.
Alright, fine. Ooh, this is the super duper hard corpus. There we go. Not too hard.
The captive will be in one of these
Crap.
cells. Search them.
Like, who spotted me? I couldn't see the guy that was shooting at me.
Thank you, Tim.
There he is. Here, have my gun.
Subject found. You need to bring the
It's a
captive
piece
to
of junk,
safety.
but you can have it
Protect them
anyways.
at all costs.
Actually, that's why I'm giving it to you, because it's a piece of junk and I'm not going to use it. Aw, man. Here, I was hoping for a shortcut. Yo! I'll have none of that. Oh god, he's gonna get down with me. And here I am ignoring my own rules again, or my own advice that I give everybody else with rescue missions. When you rescue your target, just book it. Don't stick around to kill a bunch of guys. Don't go doing any looting. Just haul ass to the exit. Every time I do one of these, I tell people that's what they should do, and then every time I ignore my own advice. Because I'm special like that. And by special, I mean not too bright. Buzz. Oh, why am I getting text messages? No, leave me alone. I'm busy doing my job, and I love doing my job.
Mission complete. A captive has been liberated.
No.
You will be rewarded for this.
I did not want to minimize the screen. I want to pull down the extra menu. What? Oh. Well, that's nice. That was actually not really... Ooh, and we got a new mod. Fortitude.
Well,
Resist knockdown and shield recharge. That could actually be useful.
Her eyes, she wonders, does the Unum ever leave that tower? Can she leave that tower?
Very useful, in fact.
What is she?
Okay. Ooh,
Someone in Cedar.
my gun that I'm using right now, the Higasa, just leveled up. How many points do I have? Only 5. Yeah, and I don't see where I can squeeze in. I mean, I could take a slight damage drop and bring in an unranked cryo rounds. That would give me 5 more points, which would then let me put on, like, Serration. Let's see what the damage difference is. Right now, our total damage is 65. So let's swap the big cryo rounds for the little one. That's going to drop our damage to 45. Blast damage overall is now 19. The blast is being created because we have cold damage here and we have fire damage here. And the two of those combined give us blast. I'm hoping to add viral
Stand by
damage
while
to
I
it
analyze the
eventually
intelligence profiles
by
of the
adding
rear.
toxin status
Error,
here,
not a
or
number.
here.
Did
It
the
will
operator
combine
enjoy
with
this witticism?
the cold damage to give me viral, and it'll remove the heat and have that as a standalone element. So the question is, can I get more damage by doing this? That is an increase, 79. Now, I have toxin damage. If I put this up there, and it swaps that through viral heat, $49. Okay. This might still be worth it, because my status chance is pretty high right now at 32%. This gun has a fire rate of 2.5 and a magazine of 108. I believe it fires like 3 or 5. Is it 3 or 5? Why am I... 3, sir. 3, my lord. Yeah, we're just gonna pull a Monty Python here. So we don't have to worry quite so much about our overall base damage being low, because we have really high critical chance and a really high critical damage. Meaning, 60% chance to crit, and we've got a multi-shot, which is like a 3-round. Again, I believe it's like a 3-round burst. It says 2.5, but that's 2.5 per bullet. And every time you pull the trigger, it fires. It's either 3 or 5 bullets. I suppose it could also be 4. I'm pretty sure it's 3, though. I believe it's a 3-round burst rifle. Oh, no. God. Okay, it says it right here. God, I need to learn how to read. I was right about the 5. It's a 5-round burst rifle. So every one of those 5 bullets has... Where's my multi-shot multiplier? Oh, I don't have any multi-shot on here. And it doesn't have any base multi-shot. Okay. What would it be if I put multi-shot on here? Do I have a mod that can add multi-shot? No. I do not yet have a multi-shot mod. Right, Split Chamber was the name of it, and we don't get it yet. I think if I remember right, we gotta get to Uranus to farm that particular mod. So, yeah, these are the stats without multi-shot. Multi-shot would make that even more disgusting. And we wouldn't really need this. Okay. So yeah, 60% chance to do 5.6 critical damage. So 5 times this number here. So if we just kind of round that up to 50, that's what? 250 damage? 250 plus the 0.6. Yeah, roughly 250 damage per shot every time we get a crit. And every time we fire the gun, we have a 5-round burst. So that's 5 bullets. Yeah, fire rate doesn't matter in this room. It takes 2.5 seconds to fire the 5-round burst. So it takes 2.5 seconds between shots. That's what that is. So yeah, 5 bullets, 60% chance on each of those 5 bullets to do a 5 times crit damage multiplier. And each of those 5 bullets also has a 32% chance to apply 1 or more of these status effects to that enemy. And if they put viral on there, increases damage to health. If they use heat, it strips armor. Both of which just mean more damage. So having that in consideration, it's not necessary for this to be as high as it is at 65, and even though putting this on there would actually give me more, having that viral heat on there to weaken enemies means we can do lower amounts of overall damage and focus on the criticals and the status procs to kill them instead. So we'll try this for now. We'll see how it feels. And if I don't like it, then I'll probably pull off cryo rounds for now, and instead of infected clip, and we'll have gas damage on here. Which, gas damage is kind of gross too. Produce gas cloud that deals damage to all enemies within 3-meter radius. Yeah, and it deals toxin damage. gas clouds that produce toxin, and toxin is nasty. Toxin is like poison, so it just straight up damages your health and it bypasses all armor, and yeah, toxin is gross. Anyways, that's enough mod talk. I've done what, 2 missions? Yeah, 2. Mercury, Venus. We've done 2 missions, and then I got onto another tangent. Oh, hey, no shield mode. Okay. Another rescue.
This is a rescue mission.
That
We need to find and
Armor
liberate
up.
the hostage before any harm comes to them.
Just knock those out to try and get some more energy. We're not really super worried about, yeah, resources. I'm doing it for energy. But now that I have full energy, or half energy, thought it was full, looked full. Guess I'm wrong. Happens a lot, actually. Me being wrong.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target. You need to find the holding cell immediately.
Oh, Iron Phoenix. Sword stance, but I think we already have it. Pretty sure, because it didn't have a new flashing across the bottom. Which is what we really want. Is new mods. But having some extras of those is nice too, because if nothing else, we can trade them, or we can turn them into Endo. Endo being a currency that we farm to, and then use to upgrade our mods.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh no, not a heavy unit, anything but that. Where is he? There it is. Bye.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Again, we'll uninvite our friends outside before we go inside. Oh, and it's even that you've even been in this vault plenty of times before. Right. You're distracted, so choppy chop. Now it's your turn. You don't have to do this. I just like doing it. It's fun. In fact, I've probably killed enough. We can just come in this door here. And ta-da! We are inside the prison. Kill you. Can't trigger any alarms that way.
Prison. Find our prisoner in one of these cells.
Hello! Special delivery. I come to give you your freedom.
Star is not a minute too soon.
Yay, we found you.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits and
See if
don't
there's
leave
anybody in the
subject
others.
behind.
Every now and then you'll find an infested charger in one of these other locked doors. Aww. Nothing here today. What are you doing? Oh. That's about my secondary weapon. Okay. This is very slow. Oh! Thank you. Yay, food. He loves food. Yeah, chili cheese fries. Delicious. I hear you. Where are you at? Hey, I just killed someone right here. No ramparts allowed. Jerky McJerkface. headed for the exit. Moseying my way out of here. Oh, crap.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit
Nope,
approaching.
I'm not far enough away to abandon them.
It hurts. Help, it hurts.
Alright, yes, I got you. Oh, you're the one that did it. No. Yeah, give me the Gorgon and the thing is garbage, but put it in the hands of an NPC and it's one of the strongest weapons that you have to go up against. How's that fair? We almost at the exit. There we go. Yay! Freedom!
Mission complete. The captive has been liberated.
Ooh!
Rewarded for this,
Oh!
Tenno.
Constitution! Ooh! Happy Joy! What a great mod to see! Ooh, yes! Sadly, it's a really high cost, and I cannot just immediately go slap that in my build, but I am really happy to see it. It's a fantastic mod. Constitution. 40% faster knockdown recovery and 28 ability duration. Fantastic. Just fantastic. So that's a Warframe mod. But again, I don't have anywhere I can put it. And it's really expensive at 13 cost. So that one would absolutely need a dash polarity in here somewhere. And that's after I put one or two in other places. I typically start with the highest ranking mods. So I would put one in Intensify at an 11 cost, and although Equilibrium right now is only a 7, it's going to go up to a 14 eventually. Just how... Oh, that's only 4,000 endo. 2,000 endo. Whoa! I can get this up to rank 6 already? Wow. If only I had the space. That's only another 3 ranks,
Ordis
but
is
still,
half
that's
angry.
another 3 ranks.
I may
That's
require maintenance
a
after all.
lot. Because again, this is one of the most powerful mods in the game that I got at the start of the game. But if I wanted to rank that up, I would have to probably get rid of crap. Yeah, there's no way I can put Constitution in here. If I wanted to rank that up, I would probably get rid of Primed Flow, or not Primed Flow, Flow, just Flow. Just right. I've used the Prime variant for so long now. It's just okay. Yep. No, this is just regular Flow. I mean, that's probably what I would get rid of is my energy maximum. But I don't like having such a small energy pool. But doing that, I would be able to do this, which would give me more armor. Oh, I guess, okay. It's giving me the same armor as Gladiator Aegis is, but it also gives me the bonus sprint speed. This, too, is a Nightmare mod that we got from doing Nightmare missions. But it's 1 point higher in cost. You can see that's a 6, and this one's only 5. So if I want to put Flow back on here, or if I wanted to max out a Streamline, which is ability efficiency, meaning when you put this on here, your abilities cost less to cast. Right now it's only at 10%, and this only goes up to a maximum of 30%. So it would drop my Rhino Stomp to 70 cost, and subsequently it would drop all of the rest of these the same. So that's an option, but that's, again, 9 points. But if I do this, I've only got 8. And if I increase this by 3, that would leave me with only 5. Meaning I would need to probably put a Forma in here if I wanted to put any other mod. I mean, I could do an unranked finesse. That would give me more critical. Or I could rank it up 1 point. So yeah, the significance of this is right here. Drain energy to stop lethal damage. So if my health hits like, I think it's like 2 points. If your health drops to 2 points, then instead of just immediately falling down and dying with the next bit of damage you take, it will instead use your energy pool as an extra bit of health. So it gives me basically another 150 points of health, or 300 if I still had flow in there. But that's not why we're having it. We're doing it for this down here, the 10% melee critical chance per combo multiplier. I already had that on here in the form of Aegis. And if I put both on here, then that increases to 20%. Because they're a set. Which that could be worth it too over the sprint speed. And then this mod has 5 ranks in it, going up to 9. Just like Flow did. Can I max this out? Do I have enough? I do. And you see ranking it up only affects the top stats. So it drains energy to stop lethal damage with 10%. 60% efficiency. The efficiency is like, it's almost like armor. So like at bottom rank, it's a 0 efficiency. Oh no, it's with 10% efficiency. Okay. And then this is increasing that to 60% efficiency. It just means that when you take damage, it consumes less energy to prevent that. But again, that's not why we're putting it in the build. If we're putting it in the build, we're doing it for the bottom. The melee critical combo chance. And for that, we don't need to rank it at all. If that's all we're using it for. Which saves us quite a bit of mod capacity, honestly. Oh, and Carnus Carapace? Armor and health. Hey, armor! An additional 18% armor. That would increase my iron skin. What's it at now? 3074.5. The 0.5 doesn't matter. If I put that up here, yeah, that increases my overall base health and armor, and then increases iron skin to 3217.5. 0.5. That's kind of nice. Killing an enemy with a heavy attack reduces enemy accuracy against Warframes by 10% and grants immunity to status effects for 2 seconds. Could be an argument in favor of doing a whole bunch of heavy attacks. Status immunity. If you can get the heavy attacks off fast enough, you could have complete status immunity just by wacka wacka. Honestly, though, I don't really think this would be... Like, it's good. It is good. But I don't think it's the best. Honestly, if I'm going to get rid of Prime Flow, my best option would probably be to put Stretch in here, maybe, so that I had a longer range on my Stomp from 25 meters up to 36. That's a long range that I can hit enemies. But, more than likely... Well, no, I'm not going to be replacing Stomp on this Rhino. If we somehow succeed in getting Rhino Prime, then I'll probably replace Stomp with a different ability. Once we have different abilities that we can put on there. Which I don't right now. So, yeah, honestly, after looking at all that, I think probably Flow is still my best option. But still, it's really nice to have Constitution. It's a great mod. And there are some other Warframes. Hell, Volt. We have Volt in our list still. I mean, we could switch to Volt and see, 'cause I haven't really done much with his build. So he's not really actually gaining shields with his 4th ability. The shields are a nice padding, though. But I could probably pull those off. Streamline is also a nice padding. Now, he actually wants Stretch for things like his Shock, where he zaps people, because it lets him zap people from further away. It affects his Discharge, his 4, which is just a big AoE taser. It allows me to get more enemies from further distance. Yeah. But having more duration on him would be pretty beneficial. Not getting rid of Equilibrium, though. Damn, again, I just don't see... I still need 3 more points if I want to put that on there. Probably should have waited to max it out, but it's so good. And that maximum duration would go to affect his electric shield, how long it can stay active, as well as his speed boost. It would give me more time on his speed boost. So right now it's only 12 seconds. That's really low. Shield's decent at 25. But if I put this up here, and then we look at those again, now that's at 32, and his speed is at 15. It only gave me an additional 3 seconds, honestly. Not that much. Okay. Still,
Ready to kick.
there are certain Warframe builds where Constitution is a fantastic mod if you can afford to put it in your build. Should I stick with Volt? We haven't played with Volt in a little while. We've been stuck on Rhino. I don't know. We've been stuck on Rhino because Rhino's so bloody tanky. Like, he can take one hell of a beating. That's kind of why I want to stick with him for now. Alright, let's go to our next, Right, Krill. No shield and low gravity. Alright, let's give this a try. Maybe with it being an assassination, we have a better chance of getting, like, one of the rarer, nightmare mods. Oh, chili cheese fries are so yummy.
Krill is a seasoned war hero with many battles under his belt. His victories are decided by his trusty hammer, one which he wields with brutal consequences.
Tenno, I am detecting a synthesis target.
Got a
Use
target,
the
do I?
synthesis scanner to track the creature.
Well, good.
Krill is a seasoned
Pull out
war
our
hero
scanner
with
here.
many battles under his belt. His victories are decided
That
by his
way.
trusty hammer, one which he wields with
Really?
brutal consequences.
No, I'm looking at that wrong. Okay, yeah, it's towards our
The
objective.
assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
Yeah, he's talking smack. I don't care. Bye. Alright. Synthesis. We've got a scan target, and that's important. I don't think I've got many scans left with this particular target. He's not in this room. Yeah, it's that way. So I don't need to go over there. We're not worrying about killing everybody because enemies infinitely spawn in this mission type. So you can't kill everybody.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Like I care about the heavy unit. Bring them on. Hey, they're hurting my dog. There it is. Goodbye. So much for the heavy unit. Still kind of weird hearing that in this day and age. Fun little bit of Warframe history for you. That message that you get from Lotus anytime there is an Eximus unit nearby, which is the big glowy guy that I just chopped in the back. They're called Eximus units. Or she calls them heavy units. There was a time in Warframe where those, first of all, they were not the way that they are now. Not even close. They still did kind of elemental effects, but very, very different. But there was a time when they were the biggest threat in the game. Minus your star chart assassination guys. And so that was a very prominent thing that she would always tell you, careful, there's a heavy unit appearing. But then as they became less and less prevalent as like the go-to like hard enemy in missions, they ended up taking that sound bit out of the game because it was no longer prevalent or relevant because, well, heavy units weren't really all that imposing anymore for a time. And so I guess they just assumed that there was really no point in having it anymore. So for a long time it was gone. And then they did, I think it was like not quite 2 years ago, they did the Eximus rework. And they swapped all the Eximus units and tweaked them to be what they are now. Hi, you're my scan target. Wow, what the hell just one-shot my ass? Dude, I don't know what did that, but that was mean. Right, let's go ahead and scan
Right,
him.
Hunter. I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
Get Clem!
Really? Would you stop it and just hold still?
Good.
Come on. There
I've
it is.
received the synthesis.
9
you
of
are
10.
an efficient hunter.
You! Get off the damn rampart. I think that's what one-shot me. It's part of what one-shot me. It's not that rampart, but I think there's another one. There's usually one sitting right here. I don't know. I have no idea what one-shot me. Because I had Iron Skin on, and then just out of nowhere, I didn't have Iron Skin anymore, and I was flying through the air because I was dead. I have no idea how that happened so quickly. I must have lost my Iron Skin like earlier and I didn't realize how low my health was. It's the only thing that makes sense. Oh, here we go. Here's the boss fight.
Stay focused. There's a
I've been
heavy unit
farming his
approaching.
ass on a different planet for frost parts in the miter blueprint. This one's gonna be cakewalk. Why don't we switch to our Furious, because that's the one I've been using to do it.
Target spotted.
Just get
Stay
behind
sharp.
him.
This one is a handful.
And shoot his backpack until the hose gets loose. And now we wait. Come on. Getting close, so he's done. Now the chop. His backpack is suddenly magically repaired, so we're gonna shoot it again. Come on. He's gonna freeze up. We attack him again. We gotta do this like 3 or 4 times. On series where I've been farming his other boss fight for the frost parts and the miter parts. I gotta do this 4 times. That was number 3. Yeah, it looks like we gotta do it 4 times here as well. Okay. You need to die. You're a pain in the ass. And we got a heavy gun over here shooting us with the Gorgon, because the Gorgon is strong in everyone's hands but ours. And now he's dead. And we got a new Excalibur part. But we don't need it.
Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
I'm pretty sure I deactivated the alarms earlier. Okay, how do I get out of here? This way. Yeah, I know I did, because the doors aren't locked. You can die, please. Thank you. Goodbye. You're all annoying. Every one of you, you're all just annoying. There we go.
Target down. Assassination contract
We got
complete. Great work.
another copy of Wildfire. I think that's my 3rd one. And an Excalibur piece. That's credits. Because we already have Excalibur built. I just haven't claimed him from the foundry yet, because we have very limited Warframe slots in our inventory. So I'm still kind of hesitant to claim new Warframes. We've got quite a few. I've had Kome in here for a long time. Yeah, Excalibur, Kome, Sevagoth Prime. All finished. Frost is currently building. Didn't I have Mag? Where'd Mag go? G, H, Mirage, Mesa. Where's Mag? Did I? Well, uh-oh. Where's Mag? Did I claim her? We should have Mag in this list too. I didn't see her parts or her blueprint in here. And I know that they were here before. If I go by name, Caliban, Goss, G, H, K, Mesa, there's Mag. Oh, yeah, I claimed all of her parts, I just haven't built her yet. Okay, well there. Problem solved. We'll have Mag in 3 more days. So if I sort that by state again, that should pull all of those to the top.
Operator? Ordis wonders, what are you thinking about?
So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more new Warframes. I've also got all of the parts for Valkyr. I'm just missing a few plastids, so we need to go run a mission on Phobos. Fortunately enough, we're about to go do the Nightmare mission. So that should give us enough plastids for the last piece of Valkyr, and then I'll get her 3 parts building. And once they're done, then we can start crafting Valkyr and have yet another Warframe just kind of waiting. Ooh, Spy. Vampire mode. That's a fun one. Your health constantly drains, but you get it back by killing enemies. And these spy vaults shouldn't be too hard.
Tenno, I need you to
Question
get
is,
inside enemy data vaults and retrieve
does that
crucial
apply
intelligence data.
to Overguard? No, it's still my base health that's draining. Okay, pull out the melee weapon, please. There we go. This melee weapon is so bloody strong, I don't know if I'll be replacing it anytime soon. Other than to level another melee weapon that I've claimed for mastery, and then I will... Oh! Nice!
Tenno,
Another stance
be on
mod.
the lookout for increased security measures.
That one for
The enemy would
rapiers.
rather destroy their data than let it get into our hands.
What was I saying before? Yeah, melee weapons. Like, other than to, like, swap this off to claim a new melee weapon so that I can level it and then consequently sell it once I'm done leveling it. I'm going to be on the Amanata for a very long time. Because this weapon is, for all intents and purposes, what we need it for right now. It's absolutely busted. I love it. It's broken. And I've got a full mod build on here right now with no forma. Now that will change once we get better mods. But I'm definitely going to be putting a full build on this weapon once we have the mods. Okay, this is the super duper long hallway. No alarm set? Bonus. Alright, let's pull out our little pistol here. I'm gonna minimize the map so people can see things better.
We're nearing the console.
Hack the
Trigger the
terminal.
alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Oh, this is not the super duper long hallway. Ooh, puppy, no. What are you doing?
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Yeah, I saw him.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Where? Okay. Okay, he's just going back and forth. I've got to kill this camera. Camera dead. But that alerted him. Damn it. Let's bring that down here so you guys can see it a little bit better. So you can see my arrow. It's the white arrow. And the enemy, there's two of them in there. Alright. Okay, the one unalerted. That's good. The second one coming around the corner now. I'm going to try and sneak up behind him. And stealth kill. Those guys are the biggest threat in this vault. Is the guys walking around. What the? Break the grate. Now where is... Is he walking in full circles? He is. Okay. So you can see the red arrow there. He's going to come back this way. I know he is. Two enemies in the vault. I'm not used to that. One, sure. Having it be an Eximus. Okay. That's pretty common. But two. Two enemies in the vault at the same time. Maybe on the higher levels. I didn't think this one was quite that high a level. Alright, he's just right there. Yep. Don't alert him, puppy. Okay. He's done for. Alright. Now we'll just come over here and do another stompy stomp. Get rid of the camera. And I just gotta wait for the laser grid. There we go. Yeah, it's locked. No laser grid here, huh? Alright. I can, if I want to, though. I could go through here. Just discovered this last stream. Got this back hallway here, and it looks like it doesn't really go anywhere, except it does. Goes right into the vault. Any other looking for security camera lasers. I don't see any. Perfect. Cool. Okay, this is one of the more complex ones. Again, spin all of the ones on the outside and match them up first, and then just spin the middle until it solves.
A clean
That's
extraction
the
with
fastest
no
way to do
alarms.
those.
Most wise founder, protect your
Oh, it's that
avaricious
idiot again.
servant.
Hey, look, a security camera. Not that I care anymore.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Can I? Let's reduce that again so people can see. Yeah, I said this before. I'll repeat it for new viewers. I play on a 40-inch television, so it's really hard for me to see my mini-map when it's up there in the top left corner like that. So I've gotten myself used to having the overlay map in my face. If that's a problem for anybody, feel free to say so, and I will minimize it. But I also have it set to automatically reappear at the start of every new mission. So, there's a good chance I'll forget about it, because I'm so used to seeing it in front of my face and using it to navigate. Like right now, I'm paying attention to the minimap. I kind of glance over at it, so I'll come to like the center screen here and pay attention to do things like break boxes and stuff, avoid obstacles. Oh, hey, Iatan. But then once I start like really moving through hallways and stuff, I'll put all of my focus over on the minimap so that I can see what I'm doing. It also helps me keep track of enemies in scenarios like this with the spy vaults.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Crap, this one's got a couple of guys in it too. They don't appear to be coming this way though. Are these doors? That one's completely closed. That one's open though, and that guy is facing this direction. Is he gonna come out? No, he went back the other way. Okay. If we look up above here, yeah, there's security cameras in there too. Let's try going through this one first. Gotta be quiet. Oh hey, frame fighter. It's here, might as well. Okay. This is the security vault. I don't see a way through there though. So, no, hold on. Damn, can't go that way. Those are both cut off. Oh, this is not the security vault. This is the door just outside it. Let's do that. Might have drawn a little bit of attention to ourselves, but it should be okay. As long as I don't fall into the lasers. So we're just gonna jump right through that little porthole. Right up on top. Nothing to see here. Now, you see the laser grid on the floor? We've done this one before, and I've talked about it, but the last time I did this, that laser grid was not there. We saw the little green lines indicating that it existed, but it was not actually active. Now, there are two different styles to this particular vault. One has a terminal right out front in the door where you just come in. That terminal, if you hit it, turns these off. In this particular one, you gotta go around to the back. So we're gonna come through here and drop down into this tiny little room. Be mindful of the security cameras. We're gonna turn that off and then go back. Now my two friends are still out there. What's my energy doing? Full. Good. Really don't like that camera. Both of these doors are locked. Don't think they're gonna see me. I think we're in the clear. This one. Again, always
Data
out.
extracted.
Always
They won't
line up
even
the
know it's
outside
gone.
ones first. There we go. And I killed those guys because this is vampire mode.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Oh no, there it is. Oh, I tried to do an execution and it said no. The command prompt never popped up. Oh, hi there. See what those guys are doing? I forget their names. Their names are weird. The guys who did that little bubble thingy just now and made me go all whooshy. Yeah, him. I'm gonna kill. There we go. There. Juno Fog Comba. Okay. So there's two different guys like this that are weird that do that little bubble thing. He's called a Comba. The other guy I know for a fact is called a Scrambus. Because that's the one I could remember. It was the Comba guy. I couldn't remember his name. And I'll probably forget after this too. Maybe. Now that I've seen it, maybe I won't. Rude. My iron skin. There we go. Elite crewman. Oh, did I just cut down the other guy again? Yeah. I really need to leave a couple of them alive so we can look at their names. Just because they're interesting. They used to be really annoying. Oh hey, leech eczema. I don't actually have to walk up these stairs. We can just jump up here from the outer courtroom. Yeah, down there. We could just jump up to this walkway. Don't know why I took the stairs. Yes, I do. There were a bunch of enemies on it, and I wanted to kill them. It's really that simple. There we go. Speaking of which, let's kill our new friends. You're a Comba, too. I don't suppose the rest of our friends will just kind of stay downstairs, please? Not come up here and bother me? So I can finish this vault and get out of here. I love spy missions. They're so fun. Don't ask me why I find them so fun. They're puzzles.
You're nearing the console.
I like solving
Trigger
puzzles,
the alarms
but
now,
these are
and they
puzzles
will
I've already
start destroying
solved
the
a dozen
data.
times. Oh,
Corpus
it's that
walkers
one.
are heading
Just
to
the
your
big
location.
tower in the middle. Blah, blah, blah. You're boring. Oh, only one grate this time, and it's closed. Okay, then. That makes things interesting. Security cameras on both sides. Can I get them both? I did. Excellent. Okay. Well, this is kind of a first, because I've never done this one yet on stream, where the passage that you can take inside the elevator shaft is blocked. Typically that happens all the time on higher planets, but we're on Phobos. Not that high up. Oh, friend. Oh, other friend. Oh, security.
Alarms have been triggered.
All right.
You need to retrieve that data before
Screw
the data
everything.
destruction is complete.
Okay. Oops, too far. There we
You
go.
got it. The data is still intact.
Ooh,
We have
that was
everything we came
close.
for. Get to extraction.
I whoopsied big on that one. Makes me glad I'm still running Rhino, though, because Normally you gotta go up the big tower in the middle to avoid all the laser traps and stuff, but once you've got the alarms triggered, it's all about fuck the lasers. We're just gonna run right through them and go open the vault before it expires. I don't like the fact that I messed up like that. I don't like triggering the alarms. It's not a bad thing per se, but I don't like doing it. I like being the spy vault master. I can solve every vault without ever touching the ground or some crazy crap like that. Some stupid cheesy shit that you would find in a 80s B-list spy movie. What can I say? Well, are you? Damn it. I tried to stop swinging and I couldn't in time. I just want to see his name. I want to see the Scrambus so I can validate my own ego. Damn it, there's another one. And he's a Comba. They always come in pairs, though. Comba and the Scrambus, usually. How about you? You're a Comba. Where's your friend? You're a Comba. Ooh, Combustion Beam. New mod, yay! You were a Scrambus, and I just killed you. One of those might have been as well. Oh, man. I'm so used to just kind of running through and making sure nothing is alive anymore. Damn it. Come on. Comba. Sniper crewman. Ooh, Gaia's Tragedy. I wasn't even paying attention to the mod that just dropped. Are you a Scrambus? You're a Comba. Damn it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the Scrambus are all gone, or maybe they changed them to look like something else. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been fighting any enemies that aren't, well, 1999 enemies, honestly, or the Murmur, or just straight up Grenier, because I run a lot of Grenier missions. Ooh, hey, Rifle 2. Nice! The Higas is rank 20. How are we doing for bonus damage? Okay. Still only rank 20, but... Nullifier. I hate you. I'm wasting time. Again, I don't really have any set plans to do anything today. That was another Comba. Just because I don't have a lot of time. I mean, we're already at the 2-hour mark, and I only had about 4 hours-ish that I could stream. Wow, that's a lot of new mods. Ooh, Drifting Contact, hell yeah! Combustion Beam, Vulpine Mask, Gaia's Tragedy. I already have that one, apparently. Volcanic Edge. Kinda nice it dropped that, so that I can validate what I've been telling people about these mods and where they come from. This is a dual stat mod. These only drop, at least the heat and the colds. There's one for every element type. There are 4 elements: heat, cold, shock, and toxin. The heat and the cold dual stats all drop from spy vaults. The electric ones, they're a little everywhere. And the toxin ones, all 4 of them drop from one boss fight in the void. That you just have to do over and over until you get all 4 of them. I'm actually really mad. Kind of. The void trader that comes every 2 weeks. I was supposed to stream this last Saturday because he showed up. And I went and I checked his inventory with my main account, and found out that he had one of the electric dual stat mods, specifically the one and only one that is specific to him. He brought it, and I really wanted to show up and go buy it on stream, and then I logged in and found out that he was on a relay that we did not have access to because we didn't have enough of the star chart open yet. So I'm kind of mad about that. My own personal opinion, all of the star chart relays should be open to players at all times, period, from the start of the game. If you have just Earth unlocked in just a few missions, because all you've done is War's Prize, it doesn't matter, you should have access to every relay. But no. He actually showed up on the Saturn relay. We now have access to the Saturn relay. 5 days later. After he's already left, he was here on Cronia. And now that I have access to it, he's gone. Because he only stays around for about 48 hours. So yeah, kind of mad about that. Because it was my perfect opportunity to get that mod. It's called Voltaic Strike. It is electricity and status chance for your melee weapons. And he is the only one you can get that mod from. So now I've got to wait until the next time he shows up and hope that it's there, and it probably won't be. And then, of course, that's even if, again, he's on a relay that I have access to. Because we still have one more relay to open. Is it on Pluto? Yep, the Orcus relay. See, it's locked. I don't think that should be there. That lock should never be there. Because it's on its own branch the way it is, and it's not attached to the rest of the planet, which every relay is that way. You go to Saturn, it's on its own branch. You go to Earth, it's on its own branch. You come to Mercury, it's on its own branch. Because it's on its own branch like that, my personal opinion, none of them should have that lock symbol. They should all be available, period. End of story, whether I'm at this planet or not. But that's just my opinion. It also used to be that this one specifically, even if you have it unlocked, you know, it used to be, it may have changed. I was under the impression that they recently changed it. But it used to also be mastery locked. The Orcus relay, you used to have to be mastery rank 8 to access it. So even if you had Pluto fully unlocked and access to the relay, if you were not MR8, you cannot go there. It's a pain in the ass. Now again, I was told, I was under the impression, some of the other changes, not to this most recent update with the changes to the junctions, but the one before that where they made new player experience changes, they were supposed to have removed that mastery rank requirement from this relay. And I hope they did. But I cannot guarantee that that's the case. So we'll find out when we get to Pluto. Whenever that is. It certainly isn't going to be today. And I highly doubt it's going to be tomorrow. Alright, but with that, we've done Phobos, we did Mars, Mercury, Earth, Venus. I think Ceres is the only one left. Oh, and it's an interception. Damn it. No. Why? Why's it gotta be an interception? I mean, on Ceres, the map size is small enough, but because it's a nightmare mission, it's a mandatory 2 rounds. I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. Oh, I hate interception. Yeah, fuck it. We're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And I've still got way too much on Jupiter to do. So,
Nora is all
options.
about incentivizing.
Place a decoration. That's it?
Coming up next.
Decorate. Let's take one of our pride posters and put it up somewhere. How about here? Maybe? I don't know. I think it looks pretty decent. Click.
You're
we go.
making waves, dreamers. I can feel it.
There's 1,000 standing. Nightwave. How we doing? 5,500. Yeah. If I complete this, it'll... won't quite give me half of another level, but a good chunk. But again, it'll unlock Kubro Gene Masking Kit and get us one step closer to some Nightwave creds. 50 creds. 50. Never mind the fact that I need 75. Grr. It's okay. It's okay. Actually, I don't need 75. I need 150.
This is what we offer.
Was it the Onorix that needed 2? Market. So, arc weapons. Arcwing. You get to fly. Space. Arcwing has its own weapons. If we go to Arcwing, the Onorix, by the blueprint here, but we can also see, yeah, it needs another blade. One handle, 2 blades. Was that the blade I was looking at? Either way, it means that we can craft this pretty soon. I just need enough standing to buy the part. So let's go ahead and grab that blueprint. I need 2 blades. Oops, wrong terminal. So start with parry
These are a bargain,
sequence.
just for you.
Okay, that was the handle, which means I bought the blade from New Loca, and I don't have enough
These
standing
offerings
yet.
are pure.
I also need the Wrathbone blade. Or head, I guess. Phaedra, Onorix, Wrathbone. All of those are arc weapons. This is where you get all the parts to build all your extra arc weapons.
These are our best deals.
Phaedra and Onorix. Phaedra. Did I say Phaedra before? Receiver.
We offer these to
Phaedra.
aid you,
Stock.
Tenno.
Where's the last Phaedra part? No matter. We'll get it eventually. We're hopefully going to rank up all 6 syndicates in this walkthrough. So, let me... The Phaedra. This is the Phaedra. It's a big old machine gun. Just missing the barrel. Find the barrel and 1 tellurium, which is a unique Arcwing resource. You can only get it from Arcwing missions. Any Arcwing mission, but only from Arcwing missions. What am I doing? I'm killing time is what I'm doing. Killing time I don't have to kill. No, we got that. Ether daggers. Hey, look at that, another melee weapon to use. And then finish leveling and throw it away. Penta's almost done. Sestra, bleh. I like my Penta though. Penta's a lot of fun. Twin Gremlins. Now we're still leveling the Furus pistol, and I actually need a blueprint to build a second Furus pistol. A second Furus pistol. No, Furus. Regular. I can't talk. It's with me today. So... take both of those off. So this gun. the A Furus is 2 Furus pistols, and it requires both of them to build it. We have one. We're leveling now. I need to build a second one, but we don't need to level the second one. So if I build a second one and then claim it and then finish leveling the one I have, the moment it's hit 30, I can go ahead, unequip it, and build it into the A Furus, and then we have more standing. So let's go ahead and buy this blueprint and see if I can get a blueprint for the... No, I can't get a blueprint for the Furus, because the Furus is a credits weapon. Meaning, you come to your arsenal, we go to secondary weapons. How am I going to do this? Because it is not... Yeah, it's not going to be down here in the list, because I own it. Oh, how? How indeed. I am going to have to go back to the market. Weapons, secondary weapons. I took it off already. Okay, fine. If you are... Yeah, there it is. Wait, what's this other one? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I need another one of these. There we go. So now we have 2 of them. Should have 2 of them. Should absolutely have 2 of them now. Why do you say I only have 1? Because it gave me a blueprint to build it. I'm confused. It's a credits weapon. The one we have was a reward. I don't remember if it was a quest reward or a junction reward, but it was a reward for doing something. It was just given to us, so I didn't have to do anything. But I was pretty certain the Furus is a credits weapon, meaning you shouldn't have to build it. I guess I was wrong. Happens all the time. But there we go. Okay, that's building. Once that's done, and the one in my hand is rank 30, then we can take both of them and craft them into the twin version and level that up for some more mastery points. Okie dokie. So, now I have options. Quite a few options. I could go do a quest, option A. And if we do a quest right now, because of the length of the quests and the limited time I have, I don't know. Honestly, I was going to say Limbo Theorem would probably be where we go because it's rather short. We could do more of these. The new Deadlock Protocol. Deadlock Protocol is probably the longest of these 3. But I've got 2 hours. So we could probably get it done. But if I do this, it means no Necromechs from Deimos and probably less map node farming. But these are probably the most important thing we could do right now. Primarily this one. Oh, and remember how I was just saying a little bit ago how I was probably going to be using the Amanata for a very long time because it's one of our best weapons for melee. Now I get to eat my own words and retract that and contradict myself, because this is also going to give us a melee weapon, and this melee weapon, if built right, is one of the most powerful melee weapons in the game. And you get it for free, just for completing this quest. This is also going to give us the blueprint for the Warframe Protea, and those weird little idiots that have been running around the ship every time we go and do a Corpus mission on a spaceship, and he pops up, he's like, "Oh, wise Parvos, your crowns are safe in my hands." Yeah, those guys will actually start to drop crowns if we do this. Meaning I can collect them. And then I can turn around and use them to get things like the Stropha. And the parts for Protea. There's also a couple of fun cosmetics in that mission that you can do. And you can also collect and turn in those Granum crowns by using them to free the prisoners around the ship. And every time you do that, it gives you Solaris United standing. Based on which gradient, which level of coin you use to free them, it gives you a set amount. I believe it's in multiples of 3. So if you use the base one, there's 3 different levels of Granum Crown. I believe the base one gives you 300 standing, the middle one gives you 6, and the high one gives you 900, which isn't a lot until you've got about 100 of those damn things, and so every time you go in, you're just cashing in another one, and the next thing you know, your standing's full. Like, yeah, God. Okay, I have convinced myself we are running the Deadlock Protocol right now. So I'm going to shut up because the cutscene's about to play. Begin!
Seven for, 7 against. Cast and recast 7 times.
Nefanyo is who's
So,
speaking.
it is decided. The fleet has been retrofitted and redeployed to begin at once. New lanes. Trawling for old things. By prophet and void, by the blessed handless founder, we hereby invoke the Deadlock Protocol.
Okay, so a little backstory. The head of the Corpus Ecumene is called the Board of Directors because Corpus is all about money. Nefanyo, seen here, is on that Board of Directors. Whenever they go to make major decisions that impact the overall wealth and economic standing of the Corpus, and thereby affecting their entire hold on power in the star system, they have to cast a vote. There are 14 members on the board. And so when they cast their vote, if it becomes an even vote, 7 against 7, then they invoke this thing called the Deadlock Protocol, which is more or less a free-for-all battle royale type thing that winner take all. If my memory serves me right about what the Deadlock Protocol is specifically and what happens when it is invoked, it basically becomes like a mini Corpus Civil War, where they literally duke it out and fight amongst each other until one side wins. I could be wrong about that. I could absolutely be wrong about that. That's just my basic understanding, based on my couple of times of doing this quest. But again, I could be completely wrong about that. And if I am, by all means, feel free to tell me, "Hey, jackass, you're wrong." So yeah, power struggle within the Corpus Elite has erupted. Seeking control, Nefanyo looks to the past, to the very origins of the Corpus itself. So in his part of the Deadlock Protocol, what he's hoping to do is basically give himself complete authority by tying himself to the founder of the Corpus, Parvos Granum, seen here in the statue. We've talked about this before. The Corpus used to be a faction of the Orcan. They were the science division and science and mechanical engineering and robotics and all that fun stuff. That's why they have so much technology. But they used to be a part of the Orokin Empire. When the Orokin fell, they were in complete disarray, didn't know what to do, and it was Parvus Granum that stepped up to the plate and kind of retrofitted their entire caste structure and their system of government and created the Corpus more or less as we know it today. Then he disappeared, and a bunch of shady actors got involved, and that's when characters like Nef Anyo got into power, and they kind of corrupted the system to benefit themselves and nobody else. So yeah. Parvus Granum is the founder of the Corpus.
Solaris, be you Sumper, Male Agent, Crab Diver, or Pit Boss. Hear this. Your comrades, your friends, your family, good people with clear debts are being taken. Vanished. Nef Anyo, in his hubris, is writing checks and cashing them with Solaris lives. There is upset in the halls of Corpus power. The foundations of their kleptocracy tremble. To Nef, we say this. You are seen. To the Solaris, make yourselves heard. To those who have aided us in the past, join us now. You are needed.
So yeah, when this quest first came out... No new dialogue? Cool. When this quest first came out, it was when they deployed the new the Corpus ship rework. So the way that when we're on running Corpus missions and you see the big vast hallways and the weird shiny golden hands everywhere, they did that rework just kind of as a graphics overhaul. But that is also at the same time when they launched the Deadlock Protocol, and we didn't know anything about how, like, when you wander the ship, you see every so often there are the Solaris people trapped in the ship. Basically, it's siphoning off their life because they're cyborgs, for a better sense of the word. They used to be full people, but then they would sell off certain body parts to pay off their debts because they're in life debt, basically, in Solaris United, so they would cut off limbs and replace them with mechanical ones and become kind of cyborgs, so they would kind of run off of batteries. Nef Anyo started just silently kidnapping people and attaching them to those things in their ships and using them as an energy source. He's draining their batteries and using them to power the ships. And I believe, if I remember right, he's doing it to open up a rift in the void. Yeah, so. And we're gonna go stop him.
Sparky! Yes. Listen, I may be in over our heads on this one. Listen up. This deadlock spat is costing Solaris lives.
Oh no, it's an interception.
Founder, some long-dead cove named Parvus Granum, carries a lot of messianic clout. Well, Nef's claiming the old man's got an heir. If true, that heir can, by rights, claim total control of the board. Board schisms and infighting might be the main reason SU survived this long. If the board unifies under one person, one bound by Nef, our people will never see daylight. I need you on this. You in?
I hate interceptions! I didn't want to talk while she was talking because it's some very important dialogue. This quest actually has some pretty significant impact on the overall story. Even though it's only considered a side mission, yeah, it's not. Okay, got him. Thankfully, there are only 2 nodes instead of our normal 4. So this won't be a big deal. But because they're so far apart, it's a problem. Now again, they seem to like this corner a lot. They're going after the highest letter first. But since I'm here protecting it, you will see some of them go after Terminal A. Where are you? Okay. We're getting lucky. They're kind of focusing on this one.
Patching through.
We gotta do this 3 times.
Like all of you, I was born.
With but a meager derivatives portfolio and limited vesting options. I never knew my parents. But, as an orphan, poor as I said, I found great riches within the tenets of our glorious founder, Parvos Granum.
The corpus became my family.
They fuzzed the band. Keep at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best in this one not to talk while they talk. Normally I find it annoying because, you know, in quite a few of the quests that we've done so far, the story that they're telling is pretty insignificant and doesn't have any overarching impact on the game itself. This one does. It's very minor, but it's still there. Okay, everybody over here is dead, so they're probably going after A. Let's go check. Yep. Let's get rid of a few of them, and then we'll go back and check on B again.
You began fighting.
There we go. Oh, Bursa. How not nice of them to send a heavy unit after me. But yeah, I really want to do this quest because of what it unlocks.
Over the years, as my wealth blossomed and my humility grew vast, I began to see a certain similarity. I wondered, who am I really? After a protracted negotiation, my birth mother sold to me the secrets of my conception.
Wait, what? Get that signal back.
The being's dead. Jackal dead.
Let's not let you live. Ooh, Gaia's Tragedy. Didn't I already just get that? It's whatever. I see you. Where are you? Up there, huh? Alright, let's go check on A. This is the final round. And again, thankfully, it's only 2 nodes. That has made all the difference. Honestly, if they wanted to improve on interceptions and make them easier to run, that would be the way to do it, is to scale the number of defense nodes based on the number of people in the party. So for one person, you would have just 2 nodes to defend. Party of 2, you could up it to 3, and then 3 or more, you could do 4. And that would make it really much more capable. Be far more capable of actually completing it. Excuse you. That's mine.
Very secret succession program. It was an epiphany. It would seem that I am one of the sons of our late, great founder. and, more importantly, his heir. Now I have only to prove it. That is where all of you come in.
The brass.
So that's his plan.
Sucker. I have to protect my people from this trust fund lunatic. Do your thing. I'll check in with my whisper
Corpus
network.
law.
Let you know what they're saying. Talk soon. The brass.
Corpus law dictates that the board controls everything, unless, of course, the heir of Parvos Granum can be found, in which case he's more or less crowned king of the Corpus. So yeah, Nefanyo has just declared himself the heir of Parvos Granum, so that he can take full control of the board and get whatever he wants.
Got dirt that isn't safe to shovel out in the open.
But
You know where to meet.
in order to prove it, he needs an actual genetic sample from Parvos Granum. Visit Utico. Or at the very least from his corpse. And it's been long thought that Parvos died by getting trapped in the void.
Quick geology lesson. Thermal fractures are what you get when you pump too much coolant into
Really?
the ground too fast. Copy that. Keep a shiny side up, Sparky. Quick geology lesson. Thermal fractures are what
really?
you get when you pump too much coolant into the ground. Oh, you see Zood, send him my way. Girls' night.
Oh, this is the wrong Utico. I'm supposed to go to the back room. We haven't been to the back room yet. I've been ignoring the back room because we can't really do anything back here yet until we complete a few more quests. Like her? Try to talk to her?
If you knew who I was, who I represent, you wouldn't have walked in here looking like that.
Yeah, she won't talk to us.
So, Neff's making a succession play. Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent. No idea how. Parvus was assassinated before any of us were an itch. Biz?
Look familiar, Outworlder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum. Yes, part of a deal Granum cut with the Orokin themselves. Granum was no amateur, he had real power. Our ear inside says Neff's techs have found a lead on Protea's whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
Granum, the original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport. Neff wants gene proof, but there's nothing left to scan.
And yet, so they believe, they found Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Our people are vanishing because of this. That's true, I know it. I don't care if Parvus Granum is dead, alive, or making change tap dancing in a Grenier officer's mess. Sparky, you find what Neff's looking for. You'll find out what happened to our people. Get on it.
So they just explained exactly how it is. Like I was saying, Parvos Granum kind of took over in the vacuum that was left behind by the Orokin falling. The reason he was able to just step in and take over is because he was already a high mucky muck, in good graces with the Orokin and getting special treatment, so much so that they gave him his own personal Warframe bodyguard. Alright, where's our mission? Oh, there it is. Volunteers. It's going to be easier for me to just click this, honestly, than to have to hunt over the map for it.
Protean detectors should be on board. Not sure what they'll look like. See what you can find.
So we're looking for traces of the Warframe Protea. So that we can then find her link to Parvos, and then we can stop whatever Nefanyo has planned. Yeah, all this is going to take place on ships.
Right. It's a great, big hand.
Granum Tribute. Story is, Parvos was missing his left hand. See if you can...
That's not good.
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I think it was a void temporal shift.
Something
Not
bad.
entirely sure. I've never seen one before. Small, though. About as big as a person. Patch me into the system. Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
Mobile defense time.
Nathaniel, you are found. Remember the first days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your aspirations are nothing. Return our Solaris brothers and sisters, or to nothing. So I swear, you will return.
You and your bleeding heart, Tenno's thugs. I really don't have time for this. My robotics, on the other hand, do. Kill crews, take care of this. I have history to make.
So yeah, he's just sending a bunch of robots after us. Uh-oh. So yeah, he's using the spare energy from the Solaris United to try and open a rift in the void. Effectively killing them. But that's why you see them trapped throughout the ship. Is they're linking their personal batteries.
Protein trace spiking. It's time! Send in the next volunteer!
They're gearing up for something.
Yeah, the batteries are linking or are linked to the ship's power source, power core, or whatever. Good, we're done with that one. We are on Venus. It's not good. But the only way we can release the restraints and save them. Yep.
No! Fizz! What is that thing?
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
He'll pay for this.
Yeah, the only way to open their restraints
He's
is
killing
with
our
random
people
crown.
for some kind of weapons test.
Maybe not. I'm still pulling signal from that jockey's rig.
What kind of signal?
I don't know yet. Outworlder, don't let them cut the signal before I can decode it.
More mobile defense. I would try the jade eggs in this trick, but well, it would be a waste right now. And you'll see why in 50%. Yeah, sorry about no commentary. I don't know when they're going to pipe up and start talking again, and I don't want to talk over them, because again, this is actually kind of important to the main story of the game. Which is why I'm still surprised that it's listed as a side quest. Oh no.
What is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Just ignore the swooshing
Sparky,
noise.
you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this.
That was kind of embarrassing. I'm just swinging away with my melee weapon, right in the middle of a cutscene. I feel like Blinken from Robin Hood Men in Tights, just hacking away at that tree. Oh, that was bad.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
They're trying to show you something important, and all I can concentrate on is the whack, 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 whack in the background, because I'm swinging my polearm, hitting a wall, no less. We came out, and I was just swinging away at a wall. Oh, that's why the reference to the tree. Turn to Fortuna. Okay. We gotta go into the back room again.
And my many supporters.
Damn it. Okay, I gotta go get yelled at by Little Duck, I think. Oh no, I don't actually have to talk to her. Cool. Alright, let's talk.
How many kids are going to grow up in the vents because of this? How many parents lost because I couldn't do my job?
UD. There's a vent kid a very long time ago who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Neff's Granum tributes. You won't believe this.
These tributes are essentially coin-operated. You'll need a Granum crown. You'll have to search the ship.
Neff as the Corpus figurehead, with a united board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people.
And this is why they were locked. The Granum Crowns. Hey, it's Kome. Aww. I love her design. The marionette puppet, the geisha robe. She's a very pretty Warframe. And apparently she's very powerful too, but I've never actually put a lot of time into learning her skill set. But we have her right now in our foundry. I could pull her out and we could play her. But, again, limited inventory. Really, really sucks. Right. Next mission. And this quest will probably have to be the end of the stream, because, I have somewhat less time than I expected. Tends to happen. I've got about 30 minutes. Thought I had another hour and a half.
You'll need to find a Granum crown first. Search the area. If you make it across, keep an eye out for our people. They may have survived. I've told more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
Now we're actually seeking out the dude that we like to see running around.
The tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my
And this time
offering.
he'll have a crown.
It's time I paid tribute myself.
Alright, here's our chance. Time to tax the taxman.
If only Parvos could have lived to see this day. Imagine his face, beaming with pride, as he bestowed upon me, his son, that sacred golden hand. My surgeons have assured me the procedure will be quick and painless. A
pay top credits to crap in Neff's coffin. Double if he was still alive.
No kidding. The dude is so cringe. Did you see the giant hat he had in the cutscene image when we started the quest? When it was panning between the statue and Yuriko, and yeah, he had a big damn hat on. That thing looks like it's really heavy too. There we go.
And my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. What?
Ta-da!
Tenno? Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming,
Random
Father.
crown.
It is I who shall pay tribute. Your nest is almost home. They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's up. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
We've already killed the tribute. Well, the guy holding the tribute. So yeah, that's how that's supposed to go. When you kill him, he drops a Granum Crown. And depending on what level you are in the star chart, again, there's 3 different tiers in the star chart as far as like difficulty goes and reward drops. So there's 3 different types of Granum Crown. We've got the lowest level at the moment that we just picked up, just called a Granum Crown. And then there are 2 higher variants. You're gonna be left alone? Doesn't matter. So yeah, the other 2, Exemplar and Zenith. Sadly, it doesn't tell you exactly where to go and get them, but I can guarantee you Exemplars you can get on Phobos. You can get them on Europa, and then Pluto drops Zenith Crowns. Man, you guys are annoying. Can't you see I'm busy? Really? Wait. I'm busy. Okay, let's go ahead and insert this. So yeah, now that we have access to Granum Crowns, this is the dungeon where you farm Protea, but right now it's just going to be some story.
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder. Good luck.
Welcome to the Granum Void.
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary.
He's alive.
Parvos Granum, thank you for finding me.
I am the void. You are alive. My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me.
It's actually kind of funny that he talks about Protea's ability to manipulate time, because yeah, she kind of does have that ability, but it's also her weakest ability and her most commonly replaced. There she is.
At the cost of all that she was. Now she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. My beautiful Protea. That is why you have been invited here.
Come again?
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your
I've been
name.
invited here?
Do Nef Onyo that honor.
My name. I have watched you. Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead, gorging upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No, that must be a different son.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts, are the model of inadequacy. I called you, Nathaniel, but I do not need you. I need them.
Them? Tenno? Father! You're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has scanned her kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated. Now, my lovely, if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
Whoa! Bye-bye.
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder. Good luck. What the hell? Outwelder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen. Parvos? Yudi, you should see this. What if Neff has similar logs?
Biz has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now. Get out of there.
Time to leave.
Not good enough, am I? Inadequate, am I? You've been watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days. Crews, repel those specters! We have bigger fish to fry.
Oh man. I wanted to watch the dialogue. And they locked the doors. Alright, let's get out of here. Again, very limited time. I'm gonna finish this quest no matter what, but once it's over, I'm gonna have to call it quits. So, let's get it done quickly. Yeah, so these things are called errant specters. They are not very friendly. And we don't exactly have a way to kill them. They're kind of like those little droid things on the Plains of Eidolon when you're running around at night. They have a very unique way of having to kill them that involves 2 stages, kind of. But these ones are different from the Vomvalists. Hey, plastids, I need those.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Wasn't even paying attention to the loot the last few missions. I wonder if I have enough to finish Valkyr now. And hell, it seems like every time I do the Deadlock Protocol, it's with Rhino. Like, literally every time I've ever completed it. I think this is my 3rd time playing it. And every time I use Rhino.
Vox
Whoa.
Solaris.
There it is.
Our interests have come to align. Now, this situation is no one's fault, and I'm not one to point fingers, but my fleet and your workers are facing the same danger. Convince your Tenno servant to re-enter Granum's domain and disable that Proteus Spectre. I have just the thing they'll need, but there is some assembly required. You want to rescue those comrades trapped in there, And I want to keep the past where it belongs. Dead and buried. Deal?
I mean, no, but thanks for the weapon blueprint. So, we now have the blueprint to build the Zorus, but we've got to go get its parts.
Neff's a bloviating narcissist with the morals of a haunted chainsaw, but at least that makes him predictable. Parvus. That mucker is something else. I don't trust Neff, but if any of our own are still alive in there, we have to try. Biz will lead the build on this Zorus gizmo.
Yay, Valkyr parts are building. And yeah, we're good. Okay. Just wanted to get those done while she was talking. And now on to the next stage of the quest. I believe we can get all 3 parts in this one mission. And I think it's a spy mission.
Neff's given us a cipher for an old Granum file. Phantasmic scintilla and motive forces. We'll need more specifics to build whatever this tool is.
It's a weapon. A very unique weapon that has a very unique purpose. But it also is incredibly strong. Again, one of the strongest melee weapons in the game. And you can get it really early. And for free. Alright. Vault number 1. What do we got? No, this one's easy enough. Just need to take out the security camera. Get to him before he goes through. Yay! Is there another person in here? And hell, we've just done this very spy vault in this broadcast, so I'm not going to worry about describing it to you. We already know what to do. Hell, this is actually...
Looks like a partial find. Let's see if that new cipher works as promised.
Some doors ought to remain closed. That's not in my worldview. Fire, fusion, void. Progress always comes entangled with risk, with violence. With the precious sample obtained, development is accelerating. The Entrati have kept their secrets long enough.
The Entrati, he says. Funny he should mention them. No, 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 no. Stop it with your damned alarms. There. Okay. Yep. Ah, this is the one I thought it was. Really? You're seriously gonna come all the way? You are. And not just one. God, I turned off the alarms. Go away. I'm busy. I'm busy stealing from you. Go away. Alright, I'm just gonna take a shortcut. Just in case there's a camera over there. On, quick, quick, quick. There we go. Turn those off. Now, yeah, this vault we haven't done in this broadcast, but I have done it before, so just pay attention. If you've not seen this before, just pay attention. It's real easy.
I am calling it the Spectre Particle. As my Archimedeans explained, mimicry is in its nature. An echo, exposed to precept circuits, we are able to imprint behaviors, like an infant mirroring her surrogate. Only this infant can set the world on fire.
He wants to burn everything. I'm still not 100% sure what Parvos's plan is in this. What he's attempting and what we're trying to stop. I know it probably involves him, like, coming back into power over the Corpus. I'm pretty sure they make that kind of clear in the quest. If they haven't already, they're going to. But I don't remember exactly how his method of doing so. Damn. Yeah, it's blocked. Goodbye, cameras. Oh. Let's just get rid of Floaty Boy. And I saw... Yep, there's a bubble up there. Let's try to avoid him, too. Oh, hey! How convenient. Avoid him we did. You can just kind of go right on in.
Dallasburg think they control us. They hit our research site with a Warframe assault team. Of course they did. I baited them to do it. The whole site lit up. 80 megatherm bloom. The whole lab vaporized. Those Warframes with it. Fire, fusion, void.
Parvos Granum originated Spectre particle theory? Guts. This old coot is a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship. I need to figure out this Zorus thing.
So yeah, I'm a little lost when it comes to the whole Spectre particle theory thing too. I'm not 100% like
Excellent
in
work,
on
General.
all of the details of all of the lore, and there's a lot of the lore that's very vague, so that it's open to speculation and theory crafting. So I'm just doing the best I can here, but yeah, I'm not really keen on the Spectre particle theory, but he just said he basically just set off a nuclear explosion to open the void.
Business findings indicate Parvus might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own. We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Zorus before Parvus gets free.
And it won't take long. Oh, we can rush it for free. So we're gonna do that.
A weapon? Glaive class, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
Damn. No stance mod. Alright, does this? I believe. No potato. We're adding potato. Because this is going to be another one of those weapons that we have forever now. Alright, I'm going to put... Now, it comes with innate electricity, I believe. Or the heavy attack does. The heavy attack comes with innate electricity. So if we put the viral damage in there, yeah, now it's viral electric. We want to keep that. We're going to put in focus energy because it gives us more electricity damage on the heavy attack, which is what we're going to be using more than anything. But it also gives that 40% heavy attack efficiency, which is really important. This thing does not have very high crit chance. And I don't think we need it. Heavy attacks are pretty busted. Still. additional combo chance. By putting this up here, where is my combo? Follow through 70%. That's the no, that's dealing with damage. Where is my throw, punch through 0, fall off, total, charged throw, heavy attack. Not seeing any combo. But this is the unique thing about the Zorus. Combo has infinite duration, which is just broken. Beyond broken. Drifting contact might be nice. Just for the status chance. I'm still not sold on true punishment. Combo duration. Combo count chance for minus combo duration, but we have infinite combo duration, so actually that could be good. If I had all the mods I really needed for this, that would not be going on there, period. It's just I'm trying to play with things and see what I can get away with. Yeah, status duration is how long status procs applied to enemies last. Oh, killing blow. I want killing blow. Heavy attack wind-up speed. I may have to sacrifice some damage so that we can max this mod out. Because that's going to give us 120% damage on heavy attack, which is what we're going to be using. Meaning it's incredibly valuable, but it's 11 points. So I might have to sacrifice some damage. Because Fever Strike is 11 points, so it's too high. So I'll probably go for Blast Electric instead. That'll still give us some decent damage, some really good status chance. And that's all we can do with 2 points remaining. Yeah, that's not worth it. Oh no, indeed. Alright, oh, no way! I already have this one? This is the quintessential mod to all glaive builds. It reduces the amount of times your glaive bounces. When you throw it, it bounces off of walls, but only for a set number of times. And I believe it's 4 total. So it reduces the bounces to basically 0. But you can see it increases your blast radius on the whenever you throw your melee weapon, your glaive. You throw it out, and then you hit your heavy attack weapon button again, or your quick attack button, or your alternate fire, and the glaive will explode in an AoE, doing vast amounts of damage. This mod increases the chances of the explosion hitting enemies and increases the range of the blast. This mod is absolutely vital to this build. But so is that one. I didn't know I had this mod already. I didn't know. This drops on Deimos from enemies. I've been doing a little bit of standing farming on Deimos. But I wasn't really paying attention to mods. I didn't know I already had this. That is insanely good luck. Yeah, these 2 mods are really all I need. Everything else is just padding. So, yeah, we're good to go. still got 6 points, though. So maybe... Nope, that's 7. Focus energy is 9. I would really like to put focus energy on there. If I could. But if I did this... then my heavy attack damage becomes radiation. It's not terrible. I could do this. It could become magnetic. Magnetic's really good against Eximus enemies. I suppose it really doesn't matter at this stage. But I want it mainly... The damage it does not really matter. I want that heavy attack efficiency, though. Don't ask... Well... I'm not going to be building a lot of combo with this. I'm not going to be building a lot of combo at all. There's one other mod on here, then. Not Enduring Strike. I'm pretty sure it's a common mod. I might actually have it already. No, I don't. Crap. I don't know where it drops then either. There is... I don't remember the name of it either. I'm pretty sure it's a common mod, though. But the mod I'm looking for... Additional combo chance. No, it's initial combo I'm looking for. I don't remember the name of the mod. I'm pretty sure it's a common mod, though. But what it does is it gives you bonus initial combo, meaning you start the mission with just a basic amount of combo, and I think it gives you enough to have it at like 2x or maybe even 3x combo, which combo affects how much damage your heavy attacks do. It's incredibly powerful. But I don't appear to have it. It's not combo count. Ooh, finisher damage. Finishing touch. That's another one. I don't remember whether or not the heavy attack damage is considered finisher damage. I think it is. It might be. I remember putting this on here once upon a time. I just don't know. Converts energy used to bonus damage on next melee attack. That might be useful in this situation. Yeah, we're just leveling mods now. I've got a lot of credits and some decent endo, so we're just going to level some mods. Gladiator Rush won't help me. Well, the combo duration won't help me because we have infinite combo duration. But the bonus to crits might be worthwhile. Maybe. Because, again, I don't have the mod. Additional combo chance might be good. I don't have any points, though. I'm gonna max this out. It's only 3. Doesn't take a lot. And at max rank, it's pretty good. Combo duration, 40% status chance. It's only 5 points. It's a really nice mod. I like it. Once upon a time, it went on all of my builds. More heavy attack efficiency. 60%. But now I'm out of endo. I'd have to go convert some mods. Melee prowess gives you status chance. Quick return is just the bounce, and we have volatile quick return, which is a much better version. Reflex coil. Relentless combo. Gain more combo on slash attacks, but again, I don't want to gain combo. I want to already have combo when I go to throw the damn thing in the first place. So yeah, we're going to be leveling this, and just like the Amanata, it is never leaving our inventory. Alright, I think I've played with mods long enough. And I believe we're on the final mission. And like I said, once this is done, then I have to call it quits for a day. So, let's get it over with. Not quite the 4 hours I thought, but hey. I'm really glad we actually chose to do this, because this is going to be amazing. So yeah, this is a glaive weapon, and it is very unique amongst melee weapons because of its attack style. It has your typical, it has your typical attack style. So when you press just your attack button, it does this. Forward attack, it has a different, slightly different style to it. Obviously, I don't have a stance mod on this. Stance mods change the combination, like the attack combination, and give it different style and different bonuses based on what you're doing. So, not having one right now, it's not very impressive. But we're not anywhere close to actually being able to gain a stance mod for glaives. So yeah, you've got just attack, you've got forward attack, you've got block attack, which they all look the same, and then you've got forward block attack. And those 4 combos are on every melee weapon. That's how you use all of them. But uniquely to the Zorus and other glaive weapons, you have a 4th attack, which is you throw it when you hold down the attack button. Now this comes from the predecessor game to Warframe called Dark Sector. This is actually a game mechanic from there. So you see when I throw it, my targeting reticle kind of changes shape, and at one particular point in the throw here, in the charge up, you can see it turns blue. If you can time that perfectly and throw it, it does bonus damage, and then when it hits the end, it explodes like that. You saw the mod pop out. I just killed a domestic drone. But in addition to that, once you throw it out, if you hit your melee attack button, for me it's middle mouse button, that does like my typical heavy wind-up attack, or it's my alt fire button for other things. So if I hit that when I throw it, it explodes and immediately comes back to my hand. And that is the attack we are trying to boost the damage of to the nth degree, because it is incredibly powerful. I have single hit level 200 Steel Path enemies with this weapon. Once it's fully built. You see that? You should see how big that explosion was? I took out that camera and literally every single loot crate around me. This weapon is powerful. And it has a unique interaction with these phase specters that you see, the air inspectors.
This was not the deal.
This is how we kill them.
We have yet to rescue our people.
Doing normal missions, if I just slash them with the Zorus, nothing really happens. Oh, I've got a single-handed pistol equipped with the glaive, so I can use gun and melee weapon at the same time. I haven't talked about it before because we haven't owned a glaive before now, and even if we did, it's not that impressive.
Right? Sparky, if you can get back inside before the reactor tilts, you theoretically have all the time in the world.
Oh, I love it. Alright. Now this makes it seem like we have a time limit. We really don't. But yeah, we're headed back to the Granite Void. Back into the Golden Hand. Right after we unlock the damn doors. Jerks never know when to leave them alone. Look at the range. Glaives have the single highest range of any melee weapon because you can throw them. And they're just incredibly strong. You can even detonate it early, it doesn't hurt you, there's no damage. I do believe if you didn't have iron skin like I do, because I'm using Rhino. Oh hey, let's get rid of that. That there is knockback if you detonate it too close to you. But you still don't damage yourself. Goodbye, Eximus. This thing is so strong. I've got 4 mods on it. Look at the damage I'm doing. 4 mods. Just 4 mods. It's insane. I love glaives. They are my second favorite. Third is gunblades. First is polearms. Hey, Granum douche, I got a present for you. Watch how fast he dies. Oh, your shields are back to full? What kind of garbage is that? Yeah, see? Iron skin's down, so I got knocked back. Yeah, if I can sit here and actually attack him, he goes down quick. The stupid slowy things he throws are a pain in the ass. Alright. We're going back in.
Biz. I don't think they made it.
Outwelder? UD, they're alive.
The ship exploded as we
Neff's
entered.
whole fleet is overloading. Huge energy spike. We need to take out Protea. Ready that, Zorus.
So now we get to fight Protea.
Our rig jockeys. They're trapped in some kind of energy enclosure. You'll need to charge the Zorus to break it open.
And now they're going to teach you how to do the Granum Void mini mission.
Knowing what you are doing. There's no stopping this without stopping Protea. A bit like eating your own, no?
Here they come. Take out the errants.
About time.
Then use the Zorus to trap the specter particles that escape. You'll have to time it just right. Full charge.
So, we're charged up.
Target the enclosure trapping our jockeys.
Boom.
You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge
He's safe.
near them. Well done, Outwelder. Now bring the rest home.
So we gotta do that 2 more times.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them. Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
I think at the main... Right now, it's only seeming like we have to trap 2 of these guys.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure
I
trapping our
believe in the
jockeys.
actual mission, the farm for Protea's parts, is you have to get 3. Oh no, there's 3 ticks on there. You saw them on the side of my targeting reticle. So grab that one.
Your friends have noticed that the overloading void engines are preventing the exits you opened for my captives from closing.
There we go.
Well
Full
done.
charge again.
And goodbye. Enjoy your stay.
Now we get to go actually fight Protea. Alright, so we're gonna disable her shields. We've gotta get her down 1 level. And now we gotta do that to get her to stay down. So now we're gonna go recharge our Zorus again. Leave her alone for a minute. Where'd she go? There you are. Okay. There we go. Oh, what the hell? She should not have refilled her health already. Fine, we're just gonna... There we go. Now she won't recharge her health again. So now we can attack her.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Come on. There we go. Just keep attacking. See how she's rewinding? We gotta hit her with our fully charged Zorus to get her to stop doing that.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
Okay. Oh, and she's hitting me with her big nasty. Okay. So again, we gotta whittle her down. This would be much easier if I had a stance mod. Get her down. Come on. To the next quarter. Where'd you go? She's very wily. Okay. Now she's gonna do her rewind time, and we gotta... With this thing full, there we go. We stop her from rewinding time.
That's it. The cycle's degrading.
And this time, she should just die. Where? I need one more Spectre. Crap. Ah, she rewound it. Wait. Oh, no, okay. We won.
Too late. The old man's errant specters have... Huh? The Protean trace is... gone? Where is he? Where is my father?
That temporal effect again. And yes, there are your sensory feeds, just like last time. So, the Zorus worked. In a battle that never happened. Or did it? I have a headache.
Fighting with time is
Our people are cooling in,
not
Sparky.
recommended.
They're coming home. Tonight, all Fortuna will be
Seriously?
singing a verse in your honor.
So now we just gotta leave. And that's it. That's the end of the quest. If I can figure out how to get off the ship without hitting every wall on the ship. Oh, I love this weapon so much. Why are there so many people fighting me? The alarms are not set. Doesn't matter. Let's just try and get out of here. There we go. Here's our exit.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Yeah! Spectral debris. Discharge spectral particles from inert dust can be collected and re-energized for various robotic projects. Man, just another collected resource. But we get them...
Miracles.
Alright.
Solaris, we are reunited.
And we got
Parents to
Proteus.
children. Family to family. Take this time to hold one another. For tomorrow our struggle continues. We will persevere. Know that our emancipation is writ in the stars. With Solaris and Tenno united.
We got a message.
Shield power.
The system shall change. No more clutching at sunk costs, imposed ideals, hand-me-down hopes. No, we are better than that. Corpus shall know a violent restructuring, but with time enough to face the impending threat from Tau with renewed and absolute vigor. Or not. Perhaps the rot is too deep. Perhaps the father should abandon his children. Perhaps it is time for a new philosophy. Life's just a bargain like any other. Yours is no different. Would you like a seat at my new table? Perhaps with your masked friends alongside? The business, was it? A curious name. And Unico, of course. All people who know what they want. I know what they want. But what about you? Tell me, friend. What is it you desire?
Peace and quiet, maybe a hot bath.
Which finger the corpus used to count their money? The index.
Thank you, Ordis. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about reading this because this is just a text dialogue of what he was just saying out loud. I'll leave it here for a few seconds, though, if somebody else wants to pause and read it, primarily on the VOD. But yeah, we are done. That was the Deadlock Protocol. We got the blueprint for Protea, and one of the most powerful melee weapons in the game as a free prize. Yeah, I'm going to be leveling the shit out of this and putting some more mods on it. And as we get all the mods I need for the full build, you bet your bottom dollar, we're going to be putting some Forma in this to do what we need to do. But right now we're very limited on points because first of all, it's unranked, and secondly, we don't have a stance mod. It's going to be a long time before I get a stance mod. So that's that. Now, before I end the stream, I am going to be ending the stream soon. I want to go and show you what else we just unlocked. Easiest way to do that. Does Phobos have a ship exterminate by chance? No, I don't want to do mobile defense. So we could try going and murdering the sergeant one more time. All of these are ship missions. I just want an exterminate. A nice, simple, easy, happy exterminate. Capture might be faster, actually. No matter. This will hopefully give me a chance to level it up a little bit more, give me some more plastids to build things with, because I've got a few more things that need plastids. But we're going to go get our first Granum Crown. Because up until now, that weird little guy that holds the crowns, he's been showing up in my missions, and we've been killing him. And he's been dropping absolutely nothing. That has all changed. So we're gonna lure him out. He's a time-limited enemy. I think you gotta be in here for like 5 minutes before he'll actually show up. So we're just gonna run around and kill enemies, and then once we kill him and pick up his Granum Crown, we're gonna come back to this hand, and I'm gonna show you exactly what we just unlocked. Now, you can only get one Granum Crown per mission. Oh, and of course the temple would have to show up too. We'll have to do more with this in the next broadcast. We'll run some Corpus missions and gain a few crowns and try to unlock everything that you can do with them. I'll show you all the fun ins and outs. But today we're going to focus on the primary use, which is interacting with those golden hand statues. So we're just gonna murder a bunch of corpus and kill some time while we wait for our little buddy, Mr. Weird-ass Granum Crown Holder, to show up. Because again, he's time limited.
There we go.
Stay focused.
Oh, I
There's a
love
heavy
it.
unit approaching.
I love this weapon. I was never a fan of glaives when I first started using glaives until I learned that you could throw them. Because I didn't originally know that you could actually throw glaive weapons. And that was my biggest disappointment. Was like, what's the point in having a throwing weapon that you can't throw? It's kind of silly. And then I discovered, no, you can throw them. And once I figured out you can throw them, oh my god, was that a game changer. And it's a lot of fun. Throwing this thing and doing massive amounts of damage like that, it's a lot of fun.
You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
There he is.
Parvus Granum, your sacred tokens shall remain secure from the grasp of the idol.
We're just gonna keep throwing this at him and get him down to health and now he's gonna drop a Granum Crown. Now again, we're on Phobos, so this should be just a standard. Yep. Alright, so now we need to go find one of those golden hand statues. There's a few of them on here. There's usually at least 2 or 3. So they're not hard to find. Look at how many enemies we are just annihilating all at once. And again, 4 mods. I have not spent any money on this account. We have not rushed anything. We are Mastery rank 6. First time I got this weapon on an alt account, I was Mastery rank 5. Actually, it might have been MR4. That alt account no longer exists, though, because it got merged into my main account. That was my PlayStation account. Look at all those enemies we are killing all at once. Of course, having it bounce off my dog isn't very pleasant. Kind of annoying. Alright, that's a dead end. No, we're headed towards extraction, but we're looking for a golden hand. If we don't find one, we're going to go back. Here we go. Here's a golden hand. Alright, we cannot activate it while enemies are nearby. It will not allow that. So when you find one and you're ready to do this, make sure that all the enemies in the area are dead and the alarms are not triggered. Depending on which mission you're doing. Because you cannot have any enemies in your near vicinity if you want to do this. Which I kind of find, I find kind of silly. Alright. There we go, we're clear. So, we're going back into the Granum Void. We've just been introduced to that. We're going to fight more of those errant specters that were floating around. And they are our target. Our target is to kill as many of them as we can within a certain time limit. There's a minimum requirement of kills that we have to get in order to get the minimum reward, and there are 3 tiers of reward. Now, we're only going to get 1 reward per run, but the more we kill, the better chances are of getting the higher... Oh, no, we actually get 1 per tier. So every tier we complete, we get a reward. So we have a chance of getting 3. That's right. So yeah, and then of course, like I said, like I was about to say before I had to correct myself because I'm wrong again. The higher up you go, the better your chances of getting the really good gear. Tier 3 is where you'll find Proteus parts. It's where you'll find the parts for the Stropha, which is another fantastic weapon, as well as the Stalta, which is an energy-based primary gun where was the other weapon that we farmed the blueprint from the Jackal. Alright, so we're going to interact with it. Give it a coin. And it's going to tell you, see, Ancient Token esteemed from the Corpus founder himself. Rank 1, 25 kills. Rank 2, 50. Rank 3, 75. Need 25 kills per player. So that is going to increase that number based on the number of people you have in your party. And the Zorus also gives you the ability to collect little things inside that will increase your time limit because it's very short. So try and collect as many of those as you can. It's nice to see that the cost does not change. It's per person, and they're all the same, which is nice. All right, let's get in and do this timed mission.
Tenno forces need backup within Granum's Void. Gateway collapse imminent.
So we can hang out here
Free stranded
with this
Solaris
guy.
with the Zorus and destroy Parvos' specters. You don't have long.
Okay, we don't actually need to free the guys, but by freeing them, we gain more time. So we come over here, fully charge the Zorus, free this guy. It's going to give us more time. In addition to doing that, there are these little extra things. Shit. I don't know if we can make it over there. Yeah, we can. We got plenty of time. We're good. And I've got 37 kills already, so we're doing good. Let's go ahead and free that one. There it is. You see that little thing? Collect that. It gives you more time. So it's not just the Solaris guys in here that give you the additional time. You can collect these little pyramid-looking things dropped by errant specters, and those will also give you bonus time. $63 kills, 43 seconds. I think we can do it. And once we hit the max cap for enemies, so 75, we win, and it'll just automatically send us out. So there we go. Yep. We got all three. Gorgeous. And now, let's go collect our reward. Unidentified objects times 3. It's going to stay that way. Now all we got to do to collect is finish our mission. So, let's head for the exit. And now that you've done that, you can see every one of those hand statues is now turned around. You can only do that once per mission. Just like you can only collect one Granum Crown per mission. Now, if you check the wiki, you can actually go to the page where it talks about that particular activity, and it will give you a complete list of all of the rewards that you have available in that mission at all 3 tiers. And it's definitely worth something.
Mission complete.
Something worth
Excellent
looking
work,
at,
Tenno.
in my opinion. I really think everybody should. So, we got some Void Traces, Corpus Bridge Scene Captura, and Velox Barrel. That's really good. I don't know where to get the Velox blueprint. Maybe that one's in... I'll have to go look. The Velox is Protea's signature secondary weapon. It's decent, actually. Let's go... Nope, not weapons. Secondary weapons. Scroll to the bottom. There it is. Velox. Ah. So the blueprint is here. But it's mastery locked at rank 8. So we can't buy it yet. But we now have the barrel for it. So we're already halfway to building this thing. And we can't even own it yet. But yeah, that is the Granum mission. And the Granum Crowns. And in the next stream, we'll go ahead and show you what else you can do with Granum Crowns. Because I've talked about them before, but now I can actually show you. So, sadly, I have to go. It's been a great time. A real pleasure hanging out with everybody and streaming. And I really enjoyed doing that quest. And I hope you enjoyed doing it along with me, or at the very least watching. So if you have any questions, be sure to leave them for me in the comments. If you're watching this over on YouTube, or I now have a suggestions box below my stream where people can leave suggestions for ideas for streams. So if there's something specific you want to see me cover in this particular walkthrough, go ahead and leave those. If there's another game you'd like to see me play, you can leave that too. But also, if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them there, and the next time I stream, I will answer those questions. So thank you for joining me today. It's been a little blast. I will be back tomorrow, very short amount of time, and we will continue on with our walkthrough of Warframe.
Sometimes
so
Otis
thanks
likes
for
to
joining me.
assume he
Hope you
knows
have
nothing.
a wonderful day,
Nobody can
wonderful
learn,
evening,
but they
everybody.
think they already
Have fun
know.
playing games, and I will see you all next time. Bye.